Streaming.
You know, I can see why freaking Matt Thomas said I'm trying to look like Maynard. He's just a little shorter than me, little skinnier. But I saw a video of him today, and I was like, okay, yeah, Thomas has the right to say that because he was wearing the same type of glasses, the army issue glasses with his head
That's
shaved.
the way. But he's always worn those, right?
I think so.
Yeah, those are always the ones he's worn. Was he a woman?
Was he?
Oh.
How come I couldn't? The other night when we were playing some Call of Duty, I couldn't remember what we said. Messi was saying last time you and I played. It was like something about your financial plan. Was it? I don't have any tenants or something like that. It was something about rental properties.
I'm looking for rental property. I'm looking for rental property.
Something like that.
Along those lines.
I need a second home.
I need another home. Oh shit! I screwed that up. Whatever's happening there. Oh, Messi needing rental property.
That's what we should do. We should just start streaming our game.
No, Rich, we're
What's
going
it called?
live tonight.
Twitch?
On Twitch.
Start
we could do it
streaming
on
on
here.
Twitch
We could
and-
do it on YouTube, right? I mean,
Do they do
think there's a way
gaming?
they could do it.
Game streaming?
I mean, old guys in the garage do it.
Hey, let me see another one of the
But-
stickers. I'll put it on my printer.
But we wouldn't be able to. Where are they? Half the stuff we say on our.
Twitch would get ripped. Would get ripped on Twitch.
And you're yelling ninja all night.
I did it once. That damn ninja. Hey!
Ninja! It's funny.
That, the other night, when we were all in there, Mandy was like, y'all sound like a bunch of 12-year-old boys.
We do. I love nights where we are all.
We're all in
We're all
there.
going
We're
nuts.
all in good moods.
Yes, our microphones are on. You guys can't hear us? You guys can't hear us?
You guys,
Hello?
you want to hear something crazy? Guess what I've started again? Take a wild guess.
What?
TV.
It sounds like it's not direct. Hold on a second. Let me test this out.
What, it's AT&T? Verizon?
Verizon?
If it's not direct.
Oh, it's not direct. Let's see here. Let me get off. Unplug some shit.
Going to some real estate meetings like this.
Well, who are you? What are you doing?
You know, it's funny. You know how Susie was saying that rework for realtors. There was I went to a meeting last week for the Arlington Board of Realtors, and sure enough, there was a notary there that sat in on the meeting just to get just for networking. Yeah, and I was like, I'll be damned. I thought everybody did e-docs now, you know.
It shows headphones. Does it sound better yet?
Who's bitching about it?
Susie says we're not coming through right.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hello.
Look how crazy I look.
Hello, Doug. Does it sound better?
Dig Dug. Does it sound better? Here we go.
It sounds like it's coming from the computer microphone. I wonder if someone knocked some shit loose last week. Yeah. Well, I just lost all sound.
Hello.
Hello.
Vigoroons. Isn't that how I started that? Vigoroons.
Vigorous.
Vigoroons.
Why is that guy so hostile about vigorous?
Vigoroons. What is a vigoroon?
Let me see if I can fix this real fast. Hold on.
Dude, the show You, we need to have some off mic talk about the show last week.
And how out of control it was?
Just some things that I noticed in my spirit walks around Tulips.
Oh, that show.
Yeah. Yep. I think people are starting to know who I am.
Well, I wish I would have known about this 12
I think the
hours
podcast.
ago.
I think people are starting to recognize us from the podcast.
It's been 11 years.
I
You think
know,
it's just now?
I know. It's funny. That's what Mandy was saying. She was like,
Been doing it for a minute. And I was like, yeah, there was some kids there that knew me.
Fuck. This is shit I could have done all fucking day long and tracked down.
It always freaks me out when I have to sign an autograph,
Always does.
especially when I'm high up to my neck in
kidding, I didn't sign any fucking. Does anyone do that anymore? I think everybody just does the selfie thing, don't they?
Did that make it better? Anybody?
Vigaroons.
Vigaroon.
Vigaroons.
Vigaroon.
Vigaroon. Do you remember how pissed off I was that you made me do that in one sitting? You can knock it out. Shouldn't be that hard. I think we were in here 7 hours. Vigaroon.
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 No.
Vigaroon.
Fuck!
Sounds
God
the same.
damn.
Marlon fucked it up.
Who was sitting over here? Probably Andrew. Sabotaging us.
It was probably that damn lobster went around and started chopping on things.
Fuck! Ah! Oh, man. Ah! Vigaroons.
Vigaroons. It was a long.
Lonely Friday as I was walking.
Vigga fucking runes.
Vigaroons. What up, yo?
Yo, you got a Vigaroon? Meow.
Vigaroons.
Meow, meow, meow.
Vigaroons.
Vigaroon.
Vigaroons.
Oh, I know what's going on here. Hold on.
Here, I want you to hear what I'm working on.
Does that sound better?
Let's see if I can get this going.
A little distorted, but does it sound better? All right. Now the fucking cameras. It was coming through the cameras. Oh, fuck! Ah!
Vigaroons.
Why were you so angry at Vigaroons? Is that the one we did? Or you used to play me?
Yeah. This is what I'm thinking about putting into that lick. That crazy ass lick.
Got it.
And then I came with I got a chorus that I got a chorus for it too.
All right. Sorry guys, we had to fix that. Is this the chorus or is this the lead in?
Yeah, this is chorus. And then I have that lick still, but I don't think it's. I got to work on it. See if I record. I think I recorded it once. Here we go. Let me cut this out and then play. Hang on, dude.
Let me see if this will screw things up.
I dicked around with this before I went out with y'all on Friday. Oh, that's not it. Son of a bitch. Maybe I didn't record it. I guess I don't have it.
You don't?
I could see something. The old lady didn't try.
Whoa.
Texas. So all the shorts.
Huge thanks to Matt Stubbs for narrating and Dustin Schneider for directing.
I just
and
want to hear you.
engineering
I
the
want to hear
audio.
this intro now.
Enjoy.
Vinegaroon.
Vinegar. We didn't see any of those in Big Bend. That's where they're at.
I did.
On your spirit walk. All right. We ready to do this now that everything's fixed? Like a cat. You got to send that over. Is that the Logic Project
I
file?
want, the thing is, I wanted to get the lick down for you.
Oh, okay.
I was, man, I was looking. I really want to play live, right?
Isn't that the goal in life?
Exactly.
I really
especially, especially for me right now. But
Hey, baby, I just want to play live in front of my friends. Yeah.
never mind. I'll tell you
We'll
later.
do it later.
I'll
Do it
tell
after
you
show.
later,
There was something I was just about to play you, but I don't remember what it was. Fuck. No, I was looking through the old Drag the Ocean demos. The other
But-
day and, it was whatever.
Yeah. Wait, well, we can convert that shit to. If you find some gold, we can convert that to stink.
Oh, we can. We got a whole Stink Flamingo album that needs to be finished.
Yeah, that's another thing that I wanted to do, but I got the wrong cable. I need to know. I bought the wrong adapter, or the headphones that we have for our gaming doesn't
Yeah.
work with a regular 1/4-inch adapter.
No,
Because is it too?
it's 3-way.
So the three knots that are on that cord is because it's a controller one.
Yeah,
That makes it too long, right?
yeah.
So I need to get headphones like that. What kind of jack does those headphones have? Because I'm about to buy them.
These go to a regular 1/4-inch over there.
You don't need an adapter. It's straight to 1/4-inch.
1/4-inch or
Or-
micro 8, but it comes with both. You just screw it on there.
So I have the
1/4-inch or
adapter.
8.
When you have. Does that come out?
Yeah, this comes out for traveling and stuff
Okay.
because these are pro headphones. Do that. So you can
Okay.
take the cord out.
Those are
You
the
don't-
Yamaha ones, right?
Yeah.
$100.
fucking love these.
That's what I'm gonna get.
These are freaking great.
They have a whole
The
whole case
monitoring in them is
full of them at
great.
Guitar Center right now.
Yeah,
For $100.
yeah. These sound freaking phenomenal.
Anyway, I was gonna work on some of the Stink Flamingo vocals too, but then I bought the wrong adapter because I still have to do the voiceover for all the shows for my real estate, and so
Vingaroon. Vigoroon.
what was it again? Say it again. Play it again. Is it Vigoroon?
I gotta hunt it down again.
Vigoroon. I think we said it wrong. It's not Vigoroons.
Vigoroon.
Vegaroon. Vegaron.
Vigoroon.
Vegaron James.
Let's see here. You go. I think it was like right
Schneider. Check it out at jerryjonestownmassacre.com.
Did we
A
ever
huge
find out who
thanks
that guy
to Matt
was?
Stubbs for narrating and Dustin Schneider for directing and engineering the audio.
Did we ever
Enjoy.
find out who that is?
Vinegaroon.
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 Why am I so
It's
Vinegaroon?
Vinegaroon. Vinegaroon.
Was I saying it wrong the whole
Vinegaroon.
time?
No. Remember, he sent over that sheet too. It's kind of cool.
What sheet? Oh, about the words?
Yeah. A pronunciation sheet. Not that that's kind of badass.
Vinegaroon.
What is this? I want to. I don't think this is secret. I think I can play this, but Dave, he does guitar lessons.
Mhm.
My Dave.
Yeah.
The Dave you're about to go on Spirit Land with
Yeah.
in a different state. Well, he gives guitar lessons, and one of his students showed up
Wanted to play.
yesterday, and listen what he learned while he was gone.
Oh, spectacle. You learned one of their songs.
Pretty close, dude.
It's just an E, not in drop death. I think we play in drop H.
The brown note.
Oh, we hit the brown. All right, let's start the show. Here we go.
For the next 30 to 60 days,
Speaking
we
of Dave,
urge you to listen to this podcast in the morning before you leave your home. Listen to it again in the evening before going to bed.
Yes.
If you will do this, you will start developing those traits in your personality that will enable people to like you, believe you, and trust you.
Oh, shit. Here we go again. This episode of the
Jay Jones Massacre.
brought to you by
Geist Note.
and
Victor Wrench.
and Plastic Object.
The Jerry Jonestown Massacre contains graphic material, including offensive language, partial nudity, and completely ridiculous thoughts and opinions that shouldn't be expressed or shared by anyone. Listener discretion is advised.
And now coming at you from the Temple of I, just on the outskirts of where the West begins.
It's the Jerry Jonestown Massacre!
Look at that. It's porn. It's porn.
It is Wednesday, January 10th, 2023, and this is show 557. Dyslexia kicked in. I got all screwed up because it's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday, Matt.
Happy Wednesday. Dustin.
I'm glad to see you survived.
I have
We
so
can sit in
far.
the same room
We've had, this is
together.
the COVID emergency show.
This is.
Yeah.
Had to call it off yesterday because
Got some scares,
some sickness.
local proximity sickness.
Yeah.
And
Don't
that
know what
always
to
shuts
do
us
about
down.
it.
Well, we've learned, and I think we did handle it right with testing. We don't do like Joe Rogan.
With 12 of them in a
Was
24-hour period. or
For a
something like
while,
that.
he was making all his guys take three different types of tests, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think that's what he said.
Yeah. So
That's crazy.
But we still took our own precautions. Well, I mean, we're not as professional as Joe Rogan,
No.
or are we, Joe?
Are we? Are we? I don't know. It is weird. Things are weird.
Yeah. So
Everybody's getting sick.
Mandy had to take care of her mommy. Her mommy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a throwback, guys.
It is.
Mommy, where's my milk?
Give me my milk,
I
mommy.
want my milk now. Was that Game of Thrones we were making fun of?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she took care of her mom,
Mm-hmm.
and then, as luck would have it, the next day wakes up feeling like shit, which was on Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
and I call you
Mm-hmm.
and say I don't know what's going on, and then you tell me that Susie didn't feel good since we left Tulips,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the last time we were all together.
Mm-hmm. In fact, all of Fort Worth was together, it seemed.
There was a lot of people that were at that place from Fort Worth.
That was a good old school night out, which we're going to get into, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So we did the right thing. Took 2 tests. Took one last night. She woke up today feeling
Rectally?
just as bad. Of course.
Of course. It was the best way to figure it out. That's how the Chinese were doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't talk about it on the news. But this is the way.
The rectal test was
The
the, way
rectal
to do
test.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they were doing it for a little bit.
Gentlemen who are married, try that. Next time your old lady's not feeling well, Give
her the old rectal
just whip
test.
it out and give her the rectal from your the rectal test from your bag of goodies, and take her see if she's test positive.
Well, that is the most effective way to take a temperature.
It is.
It's the most precise.
That's why they do it to babies, don't they?
Mm-hmm. It's the most
Don't
precise.
do it to babies.
Plus, a baby won't keep its mouth open long enough to shove something in it. Thermometer.
I like how, remember, we used to be the assholes because we made molestation and pedophile jokes all the time. We were the assholes.
Mm-hmm.
But now, hell,
Everybody does it.
anybody, yeah, Jimmy Kimmel's doing it. Freaking all of them are doing it.
Mhm.
No pun intended, Jimmy. Sorry, I don't want you to get pissed at me.
You don't get
You
sued by Jimmy.
intimidating
I don't
guy.
give a shit if Jimmy comes after me.
Yeah.
Idiot. He's not what he
Running his
he's
mouth
not
to
as
Aaron
cool as he used
Rodgers.
to
Aaron
be.
Rodgers would whoop his ass with one hand tied behind his back.
That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for them to do a.
Have-
I'll see you in the octagon.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
See dipshit Jimmy in there. Jimmy used to be cool. Oh yeah, I've been on
You
his
know-
show a few times, or gone out and done his show a few times.
Okay, everybody knows about the blackface Jimmy Kimmel,
Mm-hmm.
which was repulsive.
Karl Malone?
Like Karl Malone, and it was
It was not good.
no, it was not haha funny, I'm Joy Bear, I don't know what I'm doing. It was blackface and it was tacky.
and
It was repulsive.
black accent,
And black accent.
playing a stupid Karl Malone.
Stupid Karl Malone. Over the top blackface.
Mm-hmm.
He also has a video. I don't know if you saw this with all this Epstein garbage going around. Apparently, there was a video of him when he was with Adam Carolla on the Man Show, and some lady was looking like at the Statue of Liberty or something on one of those things, and she had a skirt on, and he bends down and starts smelling up under her skirt,
Mm-hmm.
like while she doesn't.
That was comedy though. That was
I don't remember that ever being funny. That type of thing.
Splash. Remember Splash?
Did someone come up under her and smell her?
Wouldn't smell her. Would drop his change when that
And look,
little John Candy
he freaking. But
and look up there.
Kimmel did the whole
Yeah,
like creeper.
smelling creeper smell.
I guess since we have a president now that does that, it's not that shocking.
Mm-mm.
Goes around smelling people.
Jimmy.
He's always been a spare ass.
So I used to watch him, but I got tired of every night. I get it during Trump's presidency. You attack the president every night because that's what you do. But then Trump's out of office, and every night it's still attacking Trump.
That's
and
the,
up to this day is still
that's the
talking
same
shit
as
about
what's
Trump.
his face?
It's
The Weekend
it's
Report
dumb.
guy that used to. What's his name?
John Oliver.
No, not John Oliver. The dude that used to do Jon Stewart's
Oh,
remote stuff.
Trevor Noah's not funny.
Not Trevor Noah, the other
Oh, oh, who took Letterman's spot?
one. Uh huh.
Yeah,
That slapdick. He sucks too. He's always sucked. Like
They're
his
not
show wasn't
good.
funny
No one's
before
good.
he started attacking the whole half of the country.
no one's been good since Letterman.
Yeah.
Letterman was the king.
Well, Leno was too. They both.
They were.
They were good. Both of them were good.
Leno was all right. Letterman was the fucking king.
Letterman was the king, and Leno was the prince, right? Wouldn't you say? Or queen? It's up to you.
I never got Leno though. I just never. I watch Leno stuff now, like his garage stuff, because that's funny or cool.
Well, I like
It's
his
interesting.
guest. He had the A-list guests and stuff, just like Letterman did.
No.
They'd alternate. Like one of them would do one, and then
Kimmel used to be like the rogue that would do cool shit, and now he doesn't. Like the time he had Tarantino direct the show, and everybody, including the audience, died,
yeah.
and it went to black and white. That was cool shit. That was funny. That was innovative. But now it's just stupid, fucking dumb bullshit over and over.
It's
And I can't stand the Mighty Mighty
regurgitated
Boss
garbage.
Tones band leader guy. That's annoying.
Never had to knock on wood.
Oh,
Yeah, fuck you, Jimmy. Not Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon's still cool to do cocaine with, but Jimmy Kimmel, fuck you, man.
you'll be able to do that at NAMM.
Why?
Do some Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy
or,
Kimmel Coke?
Not, you could go see Jimmy Kimmel.
I probably could.
You know what y'all should do?
You
Is
know,
one night.
I'd fight Kimmel. I'd beat the fuck out of Kimmel.
Nah, I wouldn't go. Because it's not that
If
good.
you're-
The
if
comedy
you're-
store. I was going to say, y'all should go to the comedy
Why
store.
would
but
you
it's not good
start
anymore.
stuff with a football player? That's the last person I would start stuff with. Would be a football player.
Yeah, and he started it because Aaron Rodgers didn't want to take the vaccine.
Right.
And he started
He stood up
taking
for what he believes in.
ayahuasca.
Yeah.
But yet, Jimmy Kimmel can go on Stern and talk about like all the fucking drugs he's done in the past with Adam Carolla and stuff. And
Beer,
that's
drinking,
fine. That's fine.
sexually harassing women.
And then Aaron Rodgers drops one little half-ass
Barb.
joke, Barb.
Not
at-
even a stinger.
Yeah, it wasn't even a stinger.
He
Just a
starts
little.
threatening lawsuits.
What a pussy.
He is a pussy, dude.
Well, I mean, really, he's not that good. He's in that. He's in the machine, though. He's in the
He is.
institution.
He's in the
totally
machine.
in the
Oh
machine.
yeah, the Trump derangement syndrome machine, the institute.
No, I'm talking about
the elite.
He's a cog in the elite machine. He's a spokesperson for the elite.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look when like that. The video that's been circulating around with all this Epstein stuff coming out is the one of Ricky Gervais at the Golden Globes, or was it the
And everybody
Emmys? One of
freaking
them.
on him.
But
I
him-
watched that, by the way.
Him talking all that shit, up there on stage, and then who do they get to replace him the next year? Jimmy Kimmel.
And then Jimmy
Because
Kimmel,
he's lame. He's
you know
fucking
what Jimmy
lame.
Kimmel is? He's like a Costco version of Jimmy Fallon. Garbage.
Jimmy Fallon's better, even though he treats his staff like shit.
Yeah, but
That came out, but
he also
and he's a
does,
drunk.
and he's a cokehead.
Mm-hmm. If you're on Saturday Night
He's
Live,
not though.
if you were on Saturday Night Live all those years, you're a cokehead.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just
You have to have a coke addiction to be on Saturday Night Live,
to write all that stuff.
or
and
a
to-
musician in the DFW area.
Speaking of
or
Saturday Night,
podcast.
speaking of Saturday Night,
Yeah, Saturday night was cool. We gonna skip over Friday?
No, I want to talk about this because I went over to the new Gustos on Magnolia.
Did you go mucho gustos?
Mucho gustos. Susie and I went over there and had some food, trying to figure out what we were trying to meet up with Andrew, but Andrew stood us up.
Guy's a flake.
You got some issues with Andrew after listening to his last podcast he put out.
No, no.
We might have a snake in the hens
Did he slander?
in the chicken coop.
Snake in the grass?
We may have to go talk
Wolf,
to him.
Wolf in the throne room?
A wolf in sheep's clothing.
What'd he do?
We'll talk about that later. But wait,
You're
no,
packaging what
Yeah.
Andrew said about us?
he didn't
Okay.
say anything about us.
Oh.
But we went to Gusto's and man, that place is freaking phenomenal. They were great when they were, in the truck that drove around, and then they used to set up behind tulips and everything and have food. But man, their new establishments in the old bearded lady on Magnolia that became the Shanty or the whatever. Can't think of what it was called. But it was freaking good. Freaking fantastic.
I have to try it on one of my cheat meals.
Yeah, it's all meat. They have all sorts of meat and
Yeah.
meat and meat in there. There's a lot of meat.
Mm-hmm.
They have chicken too, chicken nuggies. They have all sorts of stuff, but it's good.
They have some
They're
nuggets,
all
huh?
good. Yeah, but lots of meat, lots of burgers, lots of evil burgers, sliders. The sliders are always good with them.
Did you see that? I think Wendy's? Somebody's doing a. Oh no, it's Sonic's doing a peanut butter bacon burger, cheeseburger now.
I'm interested. I heard about this last night.
Well, we had the peanut butter and jelly sliders at the Texas Beer Fest several years ago,
Mhm. I forgot about those.
and it was damn good.
Now that food
It
truck.
sounds awkward, but it's
Mhm.
not. It's a perfect match.
I totally forgot about that, and it was great.
It was great.
They were really, really
We were
good.
extremely intoxicated, but from all recollection,
One of us were in a dog costume.
it was
One of us had a Russian hat that I sold to, I think she was a hooker. I think she was a call girl.
yeah. We almost started a riot in the.
She came up, my man wants your hat. Can I buy it from you? How much was it? $100. Okay. Made $100 wearing a Russian hat over there.
You sold that thing then?
No, I got another one.
Where is it?
I immediately went and bought another one.
Where is it?
I might
With the
have-
money that you made, you bought another one.
Might have lost it.
I think I think it's gone.
No, it's around here. I don't know if it's in here or not. It may be upstairs. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll have to do an
You have to
investigation
find my
for it.
Russian hat.
Definitely need
They
to
used
find
to hang on the wall here, but I don't know. Everything blends in now.
Yeah,
Can't find
need
shit.
to find that before we get evicted, which is a heartbeat away now.
Yep.
So I got a question. You told me.
Hey,
that
we gonna skip over this?
what's that?
Is it the question?
This
down?
is the question. This is it. Yeah.
We're not going to talk about Saturday now.
Yeah, we'll talk about Saturday, but I got to clear this up since we're on topic right now. So the on Saturday, I think you and I was it Saturday that we got, or was it on the when we were gaming? recently you and I got in a conversation about the future of what we're going to do with the studio. Are we going to move it? Are we going to keep it here? What's going on? And there's a lot of things personal wise that are up in the air, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or where it was up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
So it got me to thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Has Jerry Jonestown Massacre podcast, the podcast show,
Mm-hmm.
not the made-for-TV series,
Yeah.
but the podcast show,
Not the Netflix
not the
miniseries.
not the Netflix miniseries,
Mm-hmm.
The after-school special. No, this
Mhm.
is the Jerry Jonestown Massacre podcast show. Are we in a divorce decree?
Mm-hmm.
Now, was it absolutely necessary, or did you just want to throw us in there
Mm-mm.
just because you thought it'd be funny?
Mm-mm.
It was necessary.
Well, had to put that the podcast was being
Displaced
in here in this.
that we were not being displaced.
We're not being displaced. The
Okay.
podcast is in this place
in our
this building.
studio,
Mhm.
which honestly, we probably will move out of this place pretty soon at some point because
Yeah.
there's some good deals on some studios and stuff. And
Mhm.
you know, when everything gets settled down, the dust settles and stuff, we're gonna want a home
Yeah,
that we can
but it's
defecate.
uh-huh. It'd be nice to have a.
So
place
that's
with
two
everybody.
legal documents. Did you know that the Jerry Jonestown Massacre? Hopefully
Is that
it's
it?
just there's I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know. I mean, there was that thing that spun out of control with Kurt, and that we never really heard the end of it when they were just throwing mud at each other,
in Colleyville,
and that stupid cunt called us a. Oh, sorry,
a bunch of drunks on the radio.
I'm sorry, ladies.
You're a bunch of drunks on that computer radio.
Yeah, called us drunks. Which she's never hung out with us.
She doesn't know.
How does what nerve?
If
Just
she was
she's
with
from
us on
Colleyville.
Saturday,
She's
she would
like
have seen we're on all sorts of
didn't have
psychedelics.
one sip of drink. I did not have one sip of drink.
I had 2 sips of drink
I had 0 sips.
and about 18 grams of mushrooms.
Gosh. So yeah, I
Went
guess
to Video
we'll
Game
go to
Land.
that. We went to a rock show on Saturday night at the famous Tulips.
Tulips. There was a ton of good shows, but I did not want to drive to Dallas.
Yeah,
The Fugitive was in Dallas at Trees, and I was like, I don't want to go to Dallas.
that's what I was telling Sheridan. That it's like I know it sucks. I don't ever come to Dallas, but I fucking don't want to go there.
I
I
don't
don't
wanna go
have
to
any
Dallas.
desire to go there.
Mm-mm.
Like when you
I have
tell
no
me
desire to go to Elm.
you could tell me tomorrow, hey man, Tool's playing at Trees. I'd be like, ugh.
Well, on the second, Tool's playing at American Airlines Center with Elder opening.
Ugh.
Mm.
I just did the meme.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Someone animate that for us.
But yeah, it's not that I hate, I don't like the metal scene anymore in Dallas. I'm turning my nose up to the metal scene or punk scene or the aggressive music scene is what I like to
don't want
call
to go
it.
to Dallas.
Just don't want to go to Dallas.
And you're halfway there. That's what's funny. You're already halfway there.
Well, it's still a beating.
It is.
It's a beating.
That's
man.
the point.
It's like I just don't like the
I hate-
change.
I hate going over there every Thursday.
And you're just on the edge. Like you just barely get into Dallas.
You just barely like it says Dallas and I exit. Go by the Swinger Hotel.
Right. And it's just a beating. And it leads me to something else that I wanted to tell the world tonight. And I'm sorry, but this is fact. This is not shtick.
Is this Charles Clark?
Give me
fact?
some music. This is a big
Oh,
announcement.
Let me find some here. Hold on.
This is up there with your ticket announcement.
Hold on. Let me find something here.
Actually, do you have the NBA thing? Dun 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 dun
Uh-uh.
dun dun
I
dun
have-
dun dun.
You know what I have? We can put this behind you.
Okay, yeah, let's roll with that. All right, so everybody knows that I have been a Dallas Mavericks fan since I was born. Okay,
Were you born in a Mavericks womb?
I was born in a Mavericks womb, in a
Okay.
Maverick town.
In a Maverick town. Roy Tarpley's
Now-
your dad?
Roy Tarpley wasn't my dad, but
Okay.
Mark Aguirre was.
Roy Tarpley could have got you some cocaine.
I'm cutting it off though.
Mm-hmm.
I hereby renounce my Dallas Maverick fanhood. I am never going to wear any Dallas Maverick gear. I will never go to a Dallas Mavericks game. I will never go to anything that has Mark Cuban's name on it.
Why? What happened?
Mark Cuban. Let me tell everybody that for everyone that doesn't know, Mark Cuban is not from Texas. He's
No.
not from Dallas. He's not
Indiana.
from Texas. He's from fucking some miserable Midwest place.
Indiana.
And I've been watching him beef with Elon Musk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you remember how Mark Cuban threw every common man under the bus during COVID
Mm-hmm.
and did the nana boo boo half the country's racist type shit?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's up to it again. And him and Elon Musk are going around. He's playing the "I'm a new man" thing because he has decided that he's going to get right behind the social movement of DEI. I don't care if people want to do DEI. I think it's horse shit, honestly. You can't replace racism with racism. But if you want to do that, if you want to run a country,
I thought you lost your
with
driver's
DEI,
license.
Huh?
If you did DEI, you lost your
I think
driver's
that's
license.
a DWI.
Oh, okay. That was the wrong thing.
Yeah. If you want to do DEI, Dustin, if you decide the Jerry Jonestown podcast wants to use DEI in all our hiring and stuff,
Mhm.
we can replace racism with racism, I guess. That's fine. But Mark Cuban acts like that's the only skeleton in this filthy-ass organization's closet. Like he just had this little thing that happened under his nose that he didn't know was going on, and that he went and corrected it immediately. Now he's woke. And I am so sick of his smug ass getting up there and kicking every common man in the DFW area square in the nuts every chance he gets. So I tell you this, even though
This is angry.
Hey, I would like to slap his ass, man. And Mark Cuban, trust me, I will beat the fuck out of you too. Don't go out there and
I can
start running
arrange
your
this.
mouth about that, because I'll fuck you up bad.
I can arrange this.
I come from the streets of Arlington, yo.
We'll have a real Mark Cuban missile crisis.
So, this whole thing that he's like higher than mighty than everyone, it's getting on my nerves. It's an embarrassment, and I know he only owns a little bit of the Dallas Mavericks right now, but until he is fully kicked the fuck out of this city, and I mean until he is gone, I will never ever go for the Dallas Mavericks again. And do you know how much that hurts, Mark Cuban? You little fuck. That hurts. Because I love the Dallas Mavericks, and I'm from Dallas. I'm from Texas. I grew up over at White Rock, motherfucker. Where'd you grow up?
Indiana.
Indiana, little shit. Anyway, that's it.
Um,
Fuck you, Mark.
No,
Yeah,
I had a problem with this when there's a lot. The problem.
He's an elitist. He's an elitist scum.
Um,
Sorry, I'm worked up.
He actually was born in Pittsburgh.
Even worse.
He went to school at Indiana, and that's how he got all his money. Was
You fucking closet
Broadcast.com.
cokehead. You know how many rock bands have seen you? That's the thing that's funny. He acts like nobody sees.
People see. We know what he's up to.
Asshat.
So I thought it was weird because this was in the time when I was doing a lot of work for them when they brought in, what's her face to run the team?
But because of all the garbage that had been going on as far as sexual harassment goes. Yeah, I remember that.
I can't remember. She came from AT&T. That's where she used to be in the HR department of AT&T. But she came over there, and I thought, and it was to make up. Because of all the crap that's going on within the organization, we need to get a black female.
That's
in
what
here
Cuban's
to make
good
things
at.
Cool.
Cuban's
so
good.
that everybody will be cool.
Hey,
and I was
after in hindsight, he's
that's what
fine.
it is.
He's awesome.
It's all movements, but too late.
Too late.
Yeah, the same thing that happened with dumbass. I can't remember his name. That was taking all the pictures of the cheerleaders. You see him all the time of the dancers they had and had all
Right.
those and was showing them off and everything and got in trouble for it. Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. We gotta get rid of this whole dance team, which their dance team was pretty well known, right behind the Lakers
and
girls. Respected.
When they came to the
And a
radio
lot of
station, we had
those-
to button up.
Well, a lot of those, because it at the time it was just ladies, former DCC cheerleaders, or it was a stepping stone to become a DCC cheerleader. But that screwed up a lot of career paths for ladies that wanted to go that way.
Just because he had to.
And that's when I stopped doing
catch
it.
up
When
with
they got
people
rid of
with
them,
sexual harassment.
when they got rid of them, that's kind of when I was like, I
Let me
don't give a shit about the Mavericks. shooting stuff for him.
Once
doing stuff
again,
for him.
I want everybody to know who listens to the Jerry Jones
'Cause I'm only there
Massacre
for the
podcast
ladies.
show.
That's what it sounded like.
Dustin, born and raised in Texas. Matthew, born and raised in Texas. Pretty much everybody we associate with, except one Frau, is from Texas. Susie.
Oh, if she's listening.
Anyway.
She's gonna come after you. She's gonna come after you for that.
You gonna try to out Texas me, Susie? Anyway, I'm telling you people this. He's not a Texan. So good riddance when he gets the fuck out of here and stops tainting our blood. Yeah, I said it. Our blood. Texas blood. Get the fuck out, Cuban. We're sick of you. You're an embarrassment.
My question is.
He's an embarrassment.
My question is. You're
Elitist pig.
Here, my question is this: you're a white male in this
with bad hips.
No, you're a white male right now in this climate. Why?
He's got white guilt like a motherfucker.
And you are a billionaire. You're doing everything like right. You know, you got stuff going. You're doing things, whatever. You're living your life. You got a ton of money. You got a nice family. You got all these kids and stuff. Why put yourself in this arena and come under fire of all these people for being outspoken for this stuff that a lot of people are just going to look at you and go, come on, dude.
Exactly.
Really? Come on.
And that's what I've done.
Come on.
I've completely gotten enough of it, and I'm like, I'm sick of.
I'm tired of these million billionaires doing this shit.
Right, exactly. There's one guy that's standing up for what's right against the elitists, and that's Elon Musk, I think. And you will decide you're going to have a little tiff with him because you're jealous of his popularity. I'm so jealous.
Jealous that he has more money. That's the problem.
He's got a
with
bigger
Cuban.
dick too, I'm sure.
Cuban has always been jealous. He was jealous of Trump before Trump was president.
He-
He would always
he did.
feud and do the TV
Yeah, he'd
shows.
go. He started running his mouth about Trump back then.
When Trump had The Apprentice, Mark Cuban had to have the
Shark Tank.
No,
Oh, he did something.
no,
else.
he did basically The Apprentice.
And your
but
acting
it was,
sucks, dude.
It was not even. Didn't even make it through one season
Yeah.
because it was so terrible.
Yeah.
It was called something else. God damn it!
It's funny too the way the media.
His talk show.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to tell you. That's what I was going to tell you. That the local media here, the way they suck his dong,
He had to
the-
buy a TV network in order to
be
do
on
his own
right,
his
exactly.
own TV show.
Yeah. He's garbage. He's garbage, man. He's an elitist pig, and he's
Now
he
I'll
has
stop you
nothing,
on one thing.
He has nothing in common with us.
I'll stop you on one thing. Cost Plus Drugs is pretty damn good.
What?
The drug company he started, where you can buy everything at cost.
Oh no, I don't use them.
It's
But-
a good deal for people that need diabetic stuff and heart stuff.
Yeah.
And those really that pharmaceuticals that the insurance jacks up and shoots through the roof. You know, 500 to 900%. He started this drugs, Cost Plus Drugs.
And it helps a lot of people.
It helps
That's
a ton
great.
of people.
That's
and
great.
That's great.
Yeah. Now get the hell out of our state. You've done enough. Leave. We don't want you anymore. Nobody wants you. Everybody's running their mouth about you, dude. You're all thinking you're big and bad. You're a hindsight man.
What
That's
was
all you
that
do.
TV show called?
That's all you do, man.
It was
You
funny.
make adjustments after it's already obvious that it could be damaging to your company. That's all you do, man.
Gordon Keith could kick your ass.
Gordon Keith could kick his ass.
He used to do the show with him, the
Yeah.
talk show.
But that's what I'm. But that's the other thing that agitates the hell out of me. I know I sound like a hater, but dude, the way that people just Mark's in the studio, Mark's in the studio. Mark, you smell like mustard. You can tell.
What was the name of that show?
I don't know, man. Anyway,
Star
it's official.
Search.
I'm Lake Show now. I thought about who I was going to go for. There's 4 teams that I followed my whole life: Lake Show, Chicago Bulls, and the Celtics. Well, Lake Show's in the Western Conference, so I am now a Lakers fan, and I know LeBron James plays there. You don't have to tell me. And I know he's a terrible person too, but that's my team, Lake Show.
You know how much I care about the NBA? I don't. I
wonder
don't
how
anymore.
their ratings are doing.
I don't care. I
Since
don't
they
give a shit about the NBA anymore.
well, since they started curtailing everything for China.
You
Wonder-
can't watch
wonder how
the
their
games.
ratings- No, you can't. It's all a freaking.
I can't watch the games. If the Mavs go on a crazy
it's part
streak
of that Bally's garbage.
and go through, I mean, cool.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be for real. The number one guy in the NBA right now is a white guy from Lithuania. Is that where he's from?
I hope he leaves. I hope he goes and plays for the Lakers.
It'd be funny. This whole team would crumble.
They're already going to.
I can't think of what his fucking show was.
Anyway, Stars, we're still cool. I love the Stars. Texas Rangers, I just made up with you. Dallas Cowboys, we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, this week
We'll
is going to
see.
be fun.
We'll see.
This week is going to be fun. I'm excited.
All right, let's talk about Mean Motor Scooter with one of the best shows I've ever seen them play. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I give Joe a hard time.
The Benefactor was
That's
Mark
it.
Cuban's
Yeah,
show.
The Benefactor. What was it about?
He was giving away some of his money to someone kind of like Trump was doing. Trump was doing that, The Apprentice. And so Mark Cuban was upset that Trump was more famous than he was.
Started the Benefactor.
And started the Benefactor. And then he got in a feud. Like, he always gets in feuds with these different people along the
For
way.
absolutely stupid shit, too.
And it's like, dude, just live your fucking life. You don't need to fight the NBA commissioner. You don't need to fight Trump. You don't need to fight Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right.
You don't have to,
Yeah.
go off now on Elon Musk. Just live your life.
Exactly.
Just live your life.
Yeah, you don't need to be guilty because you're white. You don't need to
You
be.
have all these crazy investments.
Right. You're from the great state of, or you live in the great state of Texas, not from here. And everything is good for you, man.
Even though you're a Yank.
Well, I don't consider Midwesterners Yankees.
Pittsburgh?
Well, that's, I guess, country Yanks maybe, because Philadelphia's on the other side of Pennsylvania. So I guess you could say that.
Okay. Yeah. So
But
anyway,
I think he got, didn't he make his money and get rich and stuff when he was
Here.
living in? Oh, I thought he was in the Midwest when he did all that.
he went to Indiana. He moved down here.
Yeah.
He started broadcast.com right behind trees. Across the parking lot in that brown building, that's where
When I used
they
to
were.
piss on all the time.
Yeah. That's where he started everything up because he wanted to. Well, he started in his apartment. Let's be for real. Started in the apartment, but when it became a business, that's where it was.
He didn't start in
It
the
was behind trees.
dumpster with all the other white trash.
He didn't start in the garage like Gates and Jobs.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Saturday night, fun stuff.
Fun stuff. Man,
Saturday night at Tulips, Mean Motor Scooter,
Yeah.
Phantom Mellow, Paint Trails, and Thyroids. And Thyroids threw me off.
Why? They were good.
No, they were really good, but I was like, they started setting up, and I was like, these aren't the Thyroids we've had on the show.
It's because it's the forwards.
Yeah. I was all
Yeah.
confused.
You're looking for all the guys in the forts.
Yeah, I was like, and I kept looking around for them. I was like, what's
They're gonna
going
be here
on?
any
But then
minute.
the Thyroids hopped on. And I was like, oh, wait, these
Yeah.
aren't the same guys we've had on the show. They were great. That was some good, nasty, noisy punk rock.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It was
then
really good. Phantom Mellow was awesome.
that was the best I've heard them.
Yeah, that was a good one.
There was a
sound
show
good.
there was a show at at Lola's that was really good. But this one was good.
Yeah.
Which I knew Sheridan wants to come in. Wants to bring the band in and everything. And I'm confused on Phantom Mellow. Did Will just wipe everybody out and bring in all new members?
No, I don't think so.
I was confused. on that.
I thought I'd seen that guitarist play with him before.
I thought I had two, but I wasn't sure.
Why? Did he say he was a new one?
Mm-mm.
But he's new to Mean Motor Scooter,
Oh, Will is, yeah.
which, hey guys, I told Dustin, good upgrade.
What, you've been
Good
talking
upgrade.
for like 5 years that Mean Motor Scooter needed another guitar.
I have.
That
actually.
it would sound better,
I
fuller
actually
with
have.
another guitar.
I know.
And they finally
They
took
finally
your
did it.
word. You took your advice.
And hey, that was one of the best shows I'd seen them play in a very long
That was a
time.
fun show. That was good. It was good.
You
And the
couldn't feel
crowd
your
was
legs.
great. I couldn't feel my legs. Couldn't
Yeah.
feel my dick.
I didn't even know that that's what it was. I just wanted to go out there and see Mean Motor Scooter and Phantom Mellow. I didn't know it was the video release of their new video.
Coffee Pot Films.
Coffee Pot Films. which
Coffee
is-
Pot Crew was out
We've
there.
had those guys in. They were having a party.
Mm-hmm. Wonder if they could feel their legs. We
We
were all
couldn't.
partying.
We
Everybody was
couldn't.
partying. And we couldn't.
I thought for a moment I was going to elevate, like start.
I like that you came over to me.
I
Was it Darren Fanamello? You came over and was like,
had my eye on you the whole show. I don't know if you noticed that.
you go, I'm in. Oh, I didn't notice. You go, I'm in video game land. I feel like I'm in video game world. Everything just went video game land. And then, like, as soon as you said that, I was like, oh, we're in video game land. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Then you lost feeling of your legs.
I lost that earlier. I was just floating around.
Well, like R2D2 is what
Yeah.
So,
For
yeah,
once, my
I
hip
had some
didn't hurt me.
chocolate, some edible chocolate, a whole bar. I don't know why I thought that would be a great idea to do, but I did, and
we
it was
weren't far
awesome.
from the hospital.
And then you hand me a handful of fungi behind that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And that's when the video game world. Shortly after that, I went to the green room, maybe did some other things, and next thing I know, I'm in the afterlife.
None of this is real. None of this is real. You were stuck in that weird plane between Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Scott Pilgrim.
Exactly.
You were like,
Yeah.
it's
Very
kind of cartoony,
pixelated.
but it's pixelated.
Pixelated, yeah.
But it's cartoony. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a
No,
good
it was a
rock
good time.
show.
There was a lot of good people there. And then afterwards, you went over to Broncos.
Broncos, and it has not changed one bit.
I went by there a little while ago, and it hasn't changed.
No, not at all. I think the only change they have now is they got more beer tap handles on the
I
the
think so,
wall
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
But it looks the exact same, sounds the exact
no,
same
you and
type
I
of
went there.
scene.
One night after.
Yeah, I didn't pay much attention though.
Yeah, we sat at the bar
I think
one
I
night
was,
after a big show,
Dustin knows my drinking days.
and we were sitting there, and the guy, I came across, I did my taxes. See, I'm doing my taxes this week. I'm getting them all lined up.
I'm doing my taxes.
And see, one of the things I do is I hold on to all my receipts throughout the year, and I came across my Broncos receipt of the night we were up there, and that's the night the guy gave us like a shit ton of beer, and it's like it'll be $3.
Yeah. We went and saw Whiskey Dick. They were in town. Saw Johnson and Fritz. Saw a bunch of their old school fans. That's the thing that's cool when you see
So
Whiskey Dick play.
Jesse was there.
Yeah, I missed him.
Oh, yeah.
So when they come through Fort Worth and play Broncos, then all the dickheads come out of DFW and come check them out because that's kind of their.
Did you see Trash Pockets
home
at any
bar.
time that
Yeah,
night?
he came in late.
But y'all like must have passed each other at Tulips, or you must have gone one way. Because as soon
I
as you
popped-
walked out the
yeah, I
door,
popped
he
smoke.
came walking back in.
I didn't say bye to anybody.
Yeah, he came
Popped
walking
smoke.
back in.
I think I said bye to you, and that was
Yeah,
it.
you said, we're running up there. You coming?
I don't like announcing my leaving anymore, which is funny because I don't need to because the only reason I instituted that rule was because of shots and beers and, oh, hey, man, let's do a shot before you leave and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't really need it anymore. But I did. I popped smoke and bounced and went over to Euless to watch Whiskey Dick at
Or
a place
Hearst.
that we've played probably amongst us 30 times together.
Yeah.
And
then one of these Broncos.
Probably.
Rock Dog.
So
There's a
they
Broncos
and
flyer
I
on
only
somewhere.
caught the last two songs that they did.
And that was it?
That was it.
And they weren't going to another set?
No, they didn't do the whole. They played a
3-set
2
night?
hour and 20-minute set. 2 hours 20 minutes and 29 second set is what Johnson did. He's recording all his shows. That's the only reason I know. He's
Oh.
like, show me his new little recording toy.
Are they going to be bootlegs? Are they going to be like Pearl Jam and just release every show online?
We
like
didn't get into
Metallica?
that part. I just wanted to ask him about what his setup, what he was doing and stuff, because it looked interesting. It looked kind of like our podcast setup.
Oh.
His pedal board's still huge, which is funny to me. I don't know why it makes me laugh, but it does.
Did you tell him you can get a Spark?
It's just funny because
You should
Fritz
get a
has
Spark.
one pedal.
Yeah.
And then Johnson's like,
Yeah. You should get a Spark.
yeah. Did you know that was like the hottest item of Christmas out
Mhm.
of Musicians Friends and Guitar Center?
A guy I work with got one. It showed up 2 days before Christmas, and he ordered it in the end of September, I think he said.
It's us. It's the power of the Jerry Jonestown Massacre podcast show.
They owe
We
us.
talked about it.
We talked about the Spark.
Next thing you know, the Spark's big deal.
So when you're out at NAMM next week,
Go to Spark.
go to the Spark booth and be like,
Need some money.
yo, what do we got to do to hook up a deal?
Yeah.
You know, that's what you need to do. Hey, I'm part of this podcast. We're super fucking huge. You need
Yeah.
to get us some endorsement deals out there.
Yeah. Except my badge, I think, says high school janitor of DeFort Records High School. Like something stupid like that, though, so no one's going to believe me.
You should say buyer on there, and they should all be
I don't think
rubbing
it says
your
buyer.
thingy.
Whoa. Courtney?
I thought all of ours said buyers. If it says a buyer on there, they're all over you. Because they want to make
I
deals.
don't think Courtney's going to be there, actually.
Oh,
I
really?
think she's overseas.
She went overseas for that?
Yeah, I think so. The Dirty Seven crew.
Mm-hmm.
The 7 Dirty Seven.
I'm sad to look at who's going to be there at NAMM.
I haven't even looked because I don't know. I guess I should.
Who's
since
doing
it's about 2
signings and
weeks
stuff?
now.
I get all sad. I'm like,
Gary Holt.
Gary Holt. Is Gary Holt? Hey, it's me, Gary Holt from
Is he gonna be there?
Slayer.
Jerry Cantrell.
Let's see.
Johnson and Fritz are not going to be there, so that sucked. But I don't even think they're doing, like, we looked that up about Dime Bash and stuff. It's not
They're
even
not
going
doing-
on, is it?
I didn't see Dimash.
I think they had mentioned that Rita had said that nothing was going
Done.
on. Yeah. So it's probably because California is so that right now.
Mhm.
But that's why we need to go. The United States of America, you need to go. Everybody needs to go to California and get the thing running right again. So it's the greatest state that ever was again, because that's where the lake show's from, Mark Cuban.
Let's see if Positive Grid's on here. I'm pulling up all the exhibitors. Oh, this is going to take forever.
Is Crate going?
Crate's owned by Fender, aren't they?
Fender bought Crate?
I thought they
Why?
did a long time ago.
Oh, I think they helped on that weird amp that we brought in.
Just remember, if you go
tubed amp that Crate put out.
If you go to the bottom floor, the basement, where all the hokey companies are, you'll get COVID. Just remember that.
Why is that? Why would I get COVID down there? Why don't you explain that?
Blam, 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 blam.
Roll.
It's not good down there.
Ah,
I'm telling
is
you.
it a wet market? That's where they have the NAMM wet market.
It
is
always
below.
be. You went down there last time, right? Oh, Positive
I don't
Grid will be in
have-
booth 5724.
I was really close to the cartoon world then too.
That area always creeps me out
Yeah.
because everybody's like on top of you, and it is. It's like I'm waiting for a dragon with
Yeah.
firecrackers coming off of it.
Or a fight, like a big 600 people enter, one man leave.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
They'll be 5725. You'll look for that booth. That'll be Positive Grid. Talk to them. They're actually going to be in the main through there, right there. News and Brews. There's a beer joint in there.
heck yeah, dude. We're getting tanked.
Right there, tank. I am. I'm glad I'm in y'all's little group so I can be envious of y'all.
I think the
And
only reason
NAMM.
you're in there is because they want to tell you that I've died.
Dustin,
That's dead.
your friend's dead. Can you come get him?
He just walked out into the ocean and never came back.
He just got egged. Oh, and Dave's dead too.
Andrew took some shots too,
Mm.
and they're both black. I mean, gay. I mean, black.
I mean-
blind. That's another reach back into the treasure chest of Jerry Jonestown Massacre podcast show.
They really don't show anybody in here.
What's up, chat room? Who's all in there right now? We
Oh.
got old Susie's in there.
Where y'all
Doug,
going?
he's in
Y'all
there.
going on Friday?
Is Thomas not in there?
I don't know.
Matt Thomas is ditching us. We were too hard on him on Saturday night, which is funny that he apologized to us the next day.
He needed to apologize to all his fans out there.
About what?
About
I was very confused by that.
I don't know. I can't find anything. I don't like the way this schedule's set up. I don't like this.
It's all right.
I don't like this at all.
Let's move on.
Let's go. Okay. So we had a hotel blow up in the middle of Fort Worth on Monday.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yep. You text me and said, "Holy shit!"
I got phone calls going, "Are you
9/11
alive?"
Part 2
I didn't say that.
has just happened. Electric Boogaloo.
I did not say that. I might have. Did I tell you? Did Die Hard 3 just happen?
Yeah, I didn't. Man, I turned on the news as soon as you sent that because you hear that there's an explosion in downtown Fort Worth, and you probably should just go straight to the news on that. Like, don't Twitter it. Like,
No.
don't Facebook it or Instagram it. Go
And you look
straight
down-
to the news.
And the video pops up, and it looks like
I was like, someone's dead. Like a lot of
Koval.
people are dead.
Yeah. This is terrible. It looks awful. And the photos that have been coming out where like you can see down in the
It was
basement,
open,
it blew
too,
the
right?
sidewalk off into
There
the
was
street.
people in there.
Yeah. 20 people were hurt.
I know, that's
They
the
were
thi-
getting
I-
ready.
How do they not have a body count?
They said there was a shit ton of people in the hotel too up top that had to get out that weren't hurt, but that felt it. You know, people staying at the hotel felt it.
Man, that'd be scary. At the top of a hotel, and all of a sudden you hear
the bottom.
Yeah. Because
And
the
it just
first thing
rocks.
that we would be thinking would be 9/11 Part 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Mhm.
And we'd start running down the stairwell.
Well, the first thing I'd say is like, who the fuck is attacking Fort Worth? What do we have? That's the good thing about being the unexpected city.
Well, there's some things about Fort Worth that people don't know, though.
But we're the unexpected city. No one wants to come. They'd rather attack Dallas than us. There's a World Trade Center in Dallas.
There's a World Trade Center in Dallas. I've actually gone there and to a Harry's Hot Rods convention
I'm
and a
actually
food
there.
show once.
I went in there for some dress
NAMBLA?
convention thing.
Convention?
Not NAMBLA. That was down the hall.
It's cool, guys. We can make pedo jokes again. Yeah, I don't know if
You
you've
can.
heard. We can make pedo jokes again.
Uh-huh.
I will eat my neighbors.
Yeah, I thought someone had died. When I saw the pictures.
Dude, it was brutal, and so
Yeah.
many people. That's a block and a half from my central office, and
there's always wild
people
stuff
are
happening
walking up and
downtown
down.
Fort Worth.
You know, it's right next door to Thompson's. It's right next door to your favorite toilet, in that one bar.
Ricochet's. I don't think
yeah.
they're still there, are they?
It's a different bar now.
Yeah, that part of
But-
Houston Street's kind of gotten more. Oh, is it?
Yeah, because they put in a new
Oh.
club there and everything right next to Thompson's.
I know the last time I went there was a bunch of people that were running around, looking like Flavor Flav.
Oh. Hmm. No, it's not that bad. It's
It's a Public Enemy.
they've been
convention?
working on that end, getting it going, and now the Sandman Hotel's really fucking nice. Not anymore,
No.
but I don't know what they're gonna do. That building was built in I had it in here in 1920. It was a bank building, and I don't know what they're gonna do. I still haven't read anything on the stability of the building.
Always weird stuff going on down there. Remember the? Okay, so this wasn't in the Bass Hall or the Bass Sundance Square area, but the water. Remember when someone died at the water thing or
The
some
water
shit?
gardens?
Yeah, the water gardens, and then
Yeah.
there was
got
they-
stuck to the drain.
the
ground.
tornado, of course, that people
Mhm.
got hit by debris falling from the top of the repair. What they
The
boarded up
Bank
the
One building.
windows, and it was in the middle of the spring, so there was a lot of spring storms that were still running through, and lo and behold, some of the stuff starts falling down
The boards
on
and
people.
other pieces of glass
Yeah.
were falling and hitting people.
You got this. They found a bunch of bodies in what was it, one of the buildings a few years ago that we talked about on the show.
There is a crypt.
Yeah, some
right
kind of
next
crypt that
to,
they found.
The church down there that's right by my central office, because it was actually AT&T that found it because they were expanding and digging through there and dug into this crypt.
Right, something's going on,
Yeah.
and Dallas, downtown Dallas has crazy shit happens too, but not seems like Fort Worth lately in the last decade. has
So I
just
got a
had all kinds
conspiracy.
of- Yeah, this is what I'm interested in. This is the whole reason I drove over here today. Actually,
Was
is
my
you have a
conspiracy on this?
conspiracy
So,
theory on this?
I got a
'cause
conspiracy theory on this.
what
and
they're
I want
saying is, well, tell everybody what they're saying first. That's not
a
from
gas
the-
leak.
Yeah, a gas leak.
That there was a gas leak in the building, and a lot of people are saying they smelled gas, and finally it ignited and blew the building. Blew. They say that some of the walls, they were saying this on Channel 4, that the pieces of that wall, the way that building was built, like a 10-foot by 10-foot chunk of that wall weighs 40 tons. it's that thick and dense. But when
They
it
used-
blew,
They used real ingredients
Yeah.
back then when they constructed things.
but it blew the street up. It just anywhere that was soft is what it blew out. Even blew that bus stop over. That cracks me up. Made me laugh. It probably blew a bunch of our shit up, but we just don't know yet because we can't get near it.
One of our that's a little bit
Our
farther down
drain?
the road, but our drain got
It's only a block.
Is it
From
okay?
there.
We need to go check and see.
Someone
if it's okay.
stole it.
Oh, that's right. I
Someone
forgot.
stole.
Maddie Parker.
We had a drainage.
bitch.
We invested in a drainage ditch, and one of you fucks out there stole it.
Maddie Parker. She probably
Stole
went over
our
there and stole it.
Jerry Jonestown Massacre plaque as we're trying to protect the Trinity. And you know what I did? I gave up looking at that storm drain. Fuck it.
Yeah, we don't care anymore.
We don't care anymore.
We don't care. There could be dead bodies
There
just
could-
floating around. It could be a dead.
It could be
like
clogged
a
up.
pond, a river of like a morgue river, where there's just a bunch of bodies down there. We don't
Babies.
care. Babies.
Bunch of babies.
A bunch of ascetic Jews going down there, and
It could be a Jewish tunnel into a
that's
synagogue.
another conspiracy theory.
So my conspiracy theory about this Sandman Hotel is, in the museum district, there's a bunch of hotels being built.
Oh, you're going with Hawaii on this? The
like-
Hawaii.
Like the Crescent's
Theory.
being built.
I bet I know where you're
A
going.
few
with
other
this.
high-dollar hotels are being built.
Mhm.
They didn't want any competition down there of people staying downtown. In this Sandman Hotel, there's only 2 in the U.S. One is in Plano, one is here, because it's a Canadian company.
Plano. That's random.
It's a Canadian company.
Get them out.
Well, Plano, it's in Legacy, I think, Legacy West, which is all high end. Yeah, look at we're next to
I
Frisco.
like Mark Cuban.
Yeah. But the so the company's from Vancouver, and you know who the head honcho of this company is?
Who?
It is
Drake.
Dallas Stars one and only
Brett Hull.
Tom Gillard,
Oh,
or Tom Gillardi.
so he owns.
It says he purchased that tower in 2018 and renovated it for the hotel. So the company Northland Properties. So I think all these companies that are moving in and building hotels over there in the museum district don't want any competition with these hotels downtown, and they're slowly blowing them up.
Yeah.
Step back. That's my conspiracy
Hey.
theory.
Look at Maui.
And it wasn't painted blue.
It was not painted blue. We know from listening to the Jerry Jonestown Massacre podcast show that
Blue is the
blue is the
hardest color to burn.
right. It's fire retarded. Is that what they say?
Retardant.
Retardant.
So that's my conspiracy theory. I want you guys to spread it out. I want you to send it over there to the Star
So
Telegram.
spread it out.
I want you to let people know that this is what's going
Goodness.
on and to be on the lookout.
Show's a family show, sir.
Yeah. I want you to let love spread.
Spread it out.
Spread it out all over the place.
I thought that's how you were gonna go.
You thought that was my conspiracy theory?
Yeah.
Was
I
that
thought
what
it
it was
was.
going to be?
Yeah. You know what my conspiracy theory is?
What?
We're gonna do another Yellowstone. We need that area. Light it up.
Burn it down.
Taylor Sheridan
So
decided
Taylor's,
he needed to take it out so he can put his own little 4 6s hotel or some dumb shit like that. Where
well, why didn't you
everybody-
put it in the stockyards?
yeah, you would. What was that? Did you just airdrop me your penis?
Don't worry about that.
Do I need to look at it?
No.
Uh,
I'm sending it to my laptop so we can.
so
talk
that's
about
my conspiracy theory. We'll see whose is better.
it. Taylor Sheridan. Yours is Taylor Sheridan's
Sheridan.
trying to open a hotel.
Right. So he had the competition taken out,
Yeah.
much like John Dutton would have done. Taken out. So and then
Hey,
there's another conspiracy that Mark Cuban's going to set up a DEI center there for training. A hashtag Me Too and DEI center, so you can go get training on sexual harassment.
he should
and
team up with my CEO.
racial equity. They should. They would be good buddies now.
The one that says white people are the cause, or white males are the cause of all problems.
Which is true, but we don't need to say that out loud.
I mean, come on. Have you seen the new Ricky Gervais Armageddon?
Yes,
It's fucking awesome.
it's very good.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Finally,
He really does not give a shit.
No, and he nailed a lot of stuff.
How
His whole
stupid
woke
everything
stuff.
is. Yeah, it's spot on. You know,
Oh
I
my
saw
God.
another. I'm seeing a lot of comics that are starting to give the bird to all this horse shit that's happened in our.
Because it's pure comedy.
Yeah, it is.
It is pure. When
It
you
is pure
step
comedy.
back and you look at it and you think about things, it's pure
Yeah,
comedy.
like
Okay.
the insurrection stuff. You know, did you see all the stuff that was posted on January 6th?
Mhm.
Can you imagine being in the family of some of these senators and congressmen that was like, it was the worst day, and I still choke up
It was
when I think about it. It was worse than 9/11.
that
You're
right
like, dude,
there.
are you out of your damn mind?
That right there. I want to punch every one of those senators
a
and Congress
terrible
people in
day.
the fucking face
Yeah.
that said this was worse than 9/11.
Or even bad.
What, 3 people died versus 3,000?
Yeah, and last time I checked, it was a Republican bitch that was fucking killed. So, shut the fuck up.
That should be yay for you guys.
Right.
It's one less voter you got to worry about.
Republicans should be the ones that are, oh, we were victimized. It's so bad. Not the other way around.
It's so, like, people saying that this was worse than 9/11 just makes me insane.
Ah, it's crazy, man. One dude got on CNN and started crying. That one jackass cop that they had with that testified with the stupid goatee that, like, he
Yeah.
hadn't changed at all. He doesn't change his style.
I don't
just keeps it
remember
that way. He's
January
crying.
6th completely changing
I re-
everybody's way of life.
I remember being in a parking lot texting you, going, "You watching this shit? This is awesome."
I remember sitting on
It was-
Alta Mesa in front of the Whataburger watching it all on video going, what is happening here?
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I don't understand. The people that say that have to be millennials and paid politicians. Because
No, that's not why they were saying it because they thought it was a complete tragedy.
what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Susie said, can it be possible they were saying it worse because it came from within instead of from without? No, they were just saying it because it was
Well-
a tragedy and oh my God, this is so.
Yeah,
It-
well,
it-
they try
it
to
affected
equate
them.
it to. They try to equate it to like civil war
Yeah.
like it's not it wasn't an insurrection. I'll go down to my grave saying that
No.
that was not a fucking insurrection.
Not when now there's documents saying there was about 120
FBI
feds
agents. I know.
on the ground
That's the thing.
instigating all this.
That's the thing. That it's funny. It's like the mainstream media doesn't even acknowledge all the shit that's come out
It's
about
like,
how Pelosi was in on it. How many times did Pelosi tell Trump to fuck off when Trump was saying bring in a National Guard, and Pelosi declined him like 6 times.
why, like, is the government getting their playbook from Tom Clancy books and Call of Duty? Because this is
Or
all
vice
shit
versa?
that's happened. Yeah, this is all shit that's happened. Like, they're like, you know what? This Call of Duty game's pretty cool. Why don't we make one of these insurrection things happen?
Yeah. Well, I have
and
my theory.
we'll have our undercover agents in there
I have my
and
theory on what's
instigate
going
it
on.
so we can overthrow a government.
I have my theory on what's going on, but it's
Hotels.
Well, yeah, no, it's one party's decided they want to take over the country, and
Oh, that's always been the goal, though.
but they haven't moved on it like this.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
Technology's
at least-
made it a lot easier.
At least they kept it black market, right? That probably is it right there.
Technology.
It's been going on all this time,
our entire life. When
but
parties always wanted to take over the
everybody's
country
just
forever.
got access to so much more information now there's so many ways that you can record things and see things that you couldn't see before that we're being exposed to it. You're probably exactly
But like
right.
when we
in
were
that.
kids and it was Reagan era, everybody's like, the Republicans have taken over and they're never gonna let this country go and blah 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 blah, and then of course Bush and then Clinton comes in. And it's like, oh, the Democrats have taken over and they're never gonna let it go and blah 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 blah.
You wanna
It's
hear
gonna
my
be blah, blah,
prediction?
blah, blah, blah,
Of what's going to happen so far in light of the
I'm gonna
last
move.
week. Well, yeah. If you're one of those people that's going to move because Trump's going to get reelected, I don't see any way how he's not going to get reelected at this point. I feel sorry for all you liberal retards because
blah. They're not libtards.
it's happening. Orange Man bad is coming back. I guarantee you.
They're Libyans.
That all the Libyans,
Libyans
get
is
ready.
way funnier.
Get ready, Libyans, because your worst nightmare is about to come back, and it's.
My favorite.
I don't
thing ever.
see unless they do some major cheating.
Well, Eden ain't cheating.
Eaton's not cheating.
I read it on a bumper sticker.
Well, like if you're on a diet, you're not having any carbs, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
you pull over to Brahms and have some ice cream.
Yeah.
That's
Eating ain't
not
cheating.
Is that what that means?
I think so. I think it's a Weight Watchers bumper sticker I saw. It said, "Eating ain't cheating."
Eating ain't cheating. I want to start saying on a regular basis. Eating ain't cheating. So what does that mean?
Huh?
Eating ain't cheating. I'm trying to figure out what that means.
I think that means oral sex isn't regular sex. I think
Isn't
that's
that what
the way
Mormons
they're-
do?
Yeah.
Mormons,
And Catholics.
they're into anal and
Catholics.
a lot of fellatio. But is it
Yeah.
Catholics?
All
I
of
thought
them.
it was Mormons.
Everybody in organized religion that isn't supposed to have
Let's just name
premarital
them
sex.
all so they'll all be after us now.
Especially Westboro. We need another email or letter sent to us.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, mark it in the book. If he gets to run, which is the big question, because they're trying all this crazy acrobatics to get him to not even be on the ticket for a crime he hasn't even been convicted of. But if he does run, I'm telling you, hey, Libyans, it's gonna be fun watching you.
We're gonna do the show at the Boiled Owl again and watch
We got to.
everybody cry.
We have to. We got to do it at the Boiled Owl.
Just sit there
Just
and
to
laugh.
watch people just lose their shit.
I don't know. I'm kind of at the point in my life where I just like watching
People that are passionate about politics lose it.
that, and like I'm ready to see the downfall of an empire.
Well,
We're
we're in
on
the
the
right
front-
place.
We're in the front row.
Yeah.
And, like it's just like I give up.
Yeah,
I
I just don't
you
see.
can't afford anything anymore. You can't do anything anymore. Everything's getting way too stupid. So
Yeah.
let's just nuke the whole place.
Well, that's my campaign slogan is I want to see the wall of flames. I mean, I do. You guys hear me. I sincerely think this thing needs to be burnt down.
Are you
and-
watching
or fall into the sea?
Are you watching For All Mankind?
Yeah, I started it. I have not finished it yet.
They're
But-
trying to push an asteroid to Earth.
I think we should do the same thing.
And I think we should do the same thing. They want to mine it, but I think they should just crash it into the United States.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
funny because now you know how we used to say, like it's so funny how people come around to things that we said on the show 5 years ago just because you and I like to read things.
Yeah.
Like that's people you could hear all this stuff too the same time as
Well-
us and not hear it from them, but they got to wait on the mainstream.
gotta wait for
media,
TikTok to play it.
TikTok to play. But when we back in the day, do you remember when we were saying that it's not the world that's ending. It's the great United States of America that is, because every great empire runs its course and then kind of poops out. It's not.
Yep.
There's never been a utopic society. Hence the word utopia. There's never gonna be. As much as Republicans want everybody to agree with no abortions and close
That'll
the
never
border
happen.
and all that, it's never gonna happen. And same as
Democrats want us all to drive Teslas.
right,
It's not
and
gonna
chop
happen.
our dicks off. It's not gonna happen. Some of us like our dicks. I love my dick.
I'm kind of getting. I mean, it gets in the way. Kind of controls my mind too much. It's kind of aggravating. It doesn't get in the way. It's just that it always wants something.
Everybody wants some.
Well, it's funny you should say that because in the next segment coming down, and we're going to skip the Cowboys, but because this will tie it together, you bring that up, and one of the neat little stats I have is this graph that shows it's about the state of democracy around the world in 2023.
Well, that's what I was gonna say about how 5 years ago we used to say the rest of the world thinks we're a joke. And everybody's like, no, we're the greatest country ever. What are you talking about? No, the whole
As
rest
far
of
as
the world,
the state of democracy,
the world around us is laughing at us. They've been laughing at us for about 5 years. Well, guess what? They're starting to report how that's starting to hit the mainstream now. How the rest of the world is starting to think that this circus act is just a big joke. And we're like,
It's
dude, we've been
silly.
saying that for 10 years now.
So this chart here shows there's 37% of the world is authoritarian, 18% is a hybrid regime. 37% is a flawed democracy, and 8% is a full democracy. Everybody thinks that the United States is one of these great democratic countries, and they're the leaders of all democracy. And we're actually behind 16 other countries now.
Yeah, I believe it.
And
because you have elites running a country.
What shocks me, well, the countries were behind Australia, New Zealand, Norway, Finland, Sweden, Germany. Germany's more of a democracy than we are.
Okay, let me stop you too real quick. I know that your stats show this, but Australia was very authoritarian during COVID. Remember, they were the ones that actually set up the camps and were putting people in fenced.
This is only in
areas.
2023. This isn't
Oh, okay.
including
Doesn't
during
include-
that. This
okay.
is during 2023. So you got France, Spain, the UK, Ireland, Iceland, Canada, but so we have a 7.85 rating on this democracy scale. It's a 1 through 10. We're at a 7.85.
I'm surprised we're that high, honestly.
Uruguay has an 8.91 and Chile has an 8.22.
Mm-hmm.
Costa Rica has an 8.29. They're more democratic than we are.
Yeah, and what do you think when they get hit up by the Democrats? Hey, join America, join America. They're like, nah, we're good.
Nah,
we're going to be okay
we're gonna do
over
our own
here.
thing.
You guys
We're
do
cool.
your thing. We're going to do our thing.
Although Chile, I mean, was pretty much taken over by China.
Well, now I'm talking about Costa Rica.
Yeah, Costa Rica,
not
yeah.
Chile.
But I just found it shocking, those two. And then Germany is an 8.8.
Used to have the Iron Curtain.
Used to have the Iron Curtain. Switzerland, of course, is the highest. Either Norway or Switzerland are the highest.
Scorpions.
Yep.
You caught
the
that.
wind of change.
The thing that's funny is people think that we're actually it's funny when you hear people say it's a threat to democracy because you know what a democracy is. That ends up being the elites run everything. But like whoever's the majority, they run the country. We're not that. We're a republic. There's a difference, and people like the millennials struggle with that.
They don't.
There's
a lot of people don't understand that this is a republic.
Right. They always get caught up on the democracy.
No, it's a republic that has democracy in it, but the state of our country is a republic.
Because a democracy will end up where you have elites controlling everything, which is where we're headed. Idiots.
I mean, look. I mean, those are all those European countries with the high scores. They're all the main players in the EU. The ones that the worst countries in the world. Have any guess?
China.
China's not the worst.
Venezuela.
Actually, there's a lot below
Cuba.
China. Is Cuba on here? No, not Cuba. Not Venezuela.
Really?
Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And
do you know why?
Because we pulled out.
Yes, and they're running their country by Sharia law.
Yeah. And
which is funny when you see
Myanmar.
When you see the purple hairs over here protesting pro-Palestinian chants and stuff, and pro-Hamas. They don't understand that. Well, guess what, buddy? If you lived in that country that you're protesting for, you would be beheaded immediately because you're gay.
I mean, Pakistan is not that far below us.
Pakistan, I heard, is a cool place. They got some really pretty areas. So does Afghanistan.
It's kind of shocking. Yeah, no, Afghanistan's supposed to. I mean we
there's
even
some-
had a bunch of friends that were over there that said it was beautiful.
Yeah, there's some
That it was really
terrible
really-
parts, but
yeah.
but
They
there's some
said it
there's some
was
cool
the
parts, too.
mountains, the north side was
I heard
like
that
gorgeous.
one of the highest rated countries right now is Singapore.
For what?
All of it, the whole greatest place country that's running its ship the right way
And they'll probably get invaded
by China
by China.
or us.
One of them. It's weird because you've got Russia that's got a low score. They got a 2.28. China's got a 1.94. And just sitting in between, having a lot of
Yeah.
fun, Mongolia with a 6.35.
Did you
Just like,
did you see that meme that was going around the other day that had downtown Moscow and then downtown LA and it compared the two, or it was it was a subway. One was a subway and one was a subway
Dude.
in Moscow. The one in Moscow was look, you could
Those
eat off the floor.
Moscow subways are fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, and then they showed
They're
ours.
so pretty, and the St. Petersburg ones are pretty too.
I think that was the one it was St. Petersburg. In the
Yeah,
name.
they are gorgeous because they're. I've seen a bunch of like photographers go over there to shoot them,
Mhm.
and they're like, these are otherworldly. They're just
Yeah.
way cool. And then you see New York or San Francisco. All right,
People nodding out.
you want
The
to
driver nodding off. Was that the only stat you got?
No, this is you. You ready for
Yeah, let's
another
continue.
fun
I
stat?
want to hear another fun stat. I like
Okay,
stats.
These are fun stats, and this one's kind of long, but this one is a game for you, and
Okay.
only you.
All right.
These are the stats, or these. This is the risk of dying. Doing what you love.
Oh, okay.
The
Okay,
baseline
okay.
for this, the baseline, or the benchmark, is commercial aviation.
Okay.
Your chances of dying in commercial aviation is 1 death in every 10 MEO hours, which that equals 1,141 years.
Okay.
So your chance of dying in an airplane crash in the next 1,000 hours of flight
Right.
is 0.01%.
What about driving into the Cube Farm?
Now, hold on. Now, you like skiing?
I do like to ski.
Skiing.
I love snowboarding.
I miss both of them really bad. I really want to go. We need to do
Well, that's the
a
whole.
trip up.
It's funny because that's why Mandy had to take care of her mother because her whole family's up in Pagosa Springs.
Son of a motherless goat. Do they
Yeah.
do they stay over there in Fairfield?
I have no idea where they still.
You need to ask her. That's my land.
No, I don't. I'm,
That's my
I'm
town.
bitter that I wasn't there, so I'm not going to talk about it.
That's my town. That's where the condo is.
Yeah. Well, maybe they stayed at your condo.
Maybe they did.
But it sucks because I'm seeing all these pictures on social media of my family now that
Up
I
there skiing.
that I
Wolf
conquered.
Creek,
I conquered last summer
and they're skiing
up there
without you.
skiing around at Wolf Creek.
Fuck it. Let's pack up now and go.
I'm so down.
I am too.
Except I have zero cash right now.
Oh yeah. You got to go to town
Yeah,
here in a week.
hey, podcast listeners, just send us your cash.
Yeah, send us cash so we can go on vacation.
All right, let's keep going on this
All right, so-
this death thing.
So your benchmark is commercial aviation.
Okay,
Resort skiing in Colorado is 7 times as dangerous
it's flying to Colorado.
as commercial aviation.
I could see that.
Driving is 4 times as dangerous. Cycling in the streets of the U.S.
Wait. So you have more of a chance of dying via skiing than
you do
driving?
driving.
Wow, I didn't think that would be the case.
You in 1,000 hours, it's 0.07%. Cycling in the U.S. is 8 times as dangerous.
Well, I just got a bike. Thanks a lot.
Did you ever go backcountry skiing?
I mean, I've cut through some trails and stuff.
What about
for
you
some
ran a
fresh
marathon?
stuff. I did.
Running a marathon is 17 times as dangerous
Well, I saw a guy die in mine.
as
The
commercial
last
aviation.
mile too.
So is backcountry skiing. They're tied at 17. What about open water swimming? Just
I
in
would
a
think
lake.
that's pretty dangerous.
31 times more dangerous than flying. Equestrian riding? Did you ever have a horse? I did. I broke my back on a
No,
horse.
I didn't. I never
was-
owned a horse, but I worked at a camp that had a bunch of horses.
I was
Had
nearly
to help them.
paralyzed.
I was in a rodeo once.
50 times as dangerous as commercial aviation.
You know why? Because of all the you fall off that horse, break your neck, or the horse falls on you.
That's what I
and,
did.
like,
That's
there's a lot
exactly
of
what I
things.
did. The reins broke, flung me off. I hit a rock with my head.
I got a scar like
Boulder.
that big on my knee from running the barrel race.
Are you certified scuba dive?
No, I've always wanted to scuba dive. though.
I have too. I need to get
But-
certification. I've gone down with on a buddy breather with my dad and a weight buckle.
I haven't even done that. I've done snorkeling.
You can do that in Mexico. They don't care. They're just like, oh, you got a buddy? Okay,
Yeah.
come on.
I want to do it at those places where they make those Russian or those Ukrainian porns in Russia, where they go like in this long, like looks like a missile silo that they're
There's a big
training
one in Italy.
and yeah,
Yeah, there's a big one in Italy. So scuba diving is 83 times as dangerous. More
What about-
dangerous.
what about
83
skydiving?
more 83 times more dangerous. We're gonna get to that. Motorcycle? Yeah,
that's got to be pretty dangerous.
100.
It's 100 times more dangerous than flying. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, general aviation. That's where you get your pilot's license, and we go up in a Cessna and
I
we're
don't
flying
need it.
around.
I got a flight simulator.
156 times. more dangerous than commercial aviation. How about paragliding?
I've seen some gnarly videos.
You got
I
your
can't- I imagine
AK-47
that's
and
not pretty good.
you're flying into a country.
Hey, we're gonna see that pretty soon down south.
286 times more dangerous. Mountain biking. Used to go do some downhill mountain biking.
Yeah, I'm about to start back up actually too.
It's 286.
Taking the bike back.
Skydiving. That's what you asked about?
Yeah.
556 times more dangerous than commercial aviation.
What if you pull your dong out though?
Your percentage of death with a dong out in the next 1,000 hours is 5.6%. So every time you jump out of a plane, you have a 5.6%. Oh, well, that's 1,000 hours. But if you're jumping and it only lasts 3 minutes.
So what happens if you're flying in your own paraglider, jump out, parachute into the ocean to scuba dive to get out, and then go down ride your mountain bike to the mountain to go down it, snowboarding? You're gonna die.
That's why Special Forces guys, their shit's through the roof. All right, here's the list of very dangerous.
I thought, what was that?
Oh, that was
medium danger?
Sometimes dangerous. A little dangerous. Very dangerous. And then there's insanely dangerous.
Is there Rodney Danger? Field?
Climbing the Tetons in the U.S.
I can imagine that would be dangerous.
1,250 times more dangerous than flying in a commercial airplane.
How dangerous is it climbing the Turner Falls waterfall?
Doesn't say, but that's
got to be up there, right?
I'm surprised you haven't said this one yet. It's the one thing I want to do.
Drive an F1 car?
Bam.
How dangerous is that?
One death every 5,000 hours of driving. So that's every 7 months they have a death.
But the actual race circuit, I think, has had its best stretch ever.
Ever, yeah. They even said
that's because of
this past season.
technology.
Yeah, and those damn barricades that collapse and everything. They're really good. So in 1,000 hours, you have a 20% chance of dying. It's 2,000 times as dangerous, more dangerous.
Driving an F1 car?
Driving an F1 car. Sounds so fun. Than it is to fly in a commercial airplane.
I'd still do it right now. If someone
first
said, "Hey,
off,
you get to go drive an F1 car," I'd be like, "I'm in."
I'm in.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to drive it for 1,000 hours, so that my percentage of that 20% just drops way off. The race team would probably only let me do like 4 laps before they were like, "You're tearing the car up."
They would
get the
probably
fuck out.
Your first turn, they'd be like, "Kill switch."
Well, first off, I'm going to be like, what's his name on the Grand
do
Tour?
Do it on the.
I'm going to try to fit in it, and I can't fit in it,
and then get stuck.
And they're going to be like, "You can't drive this," and I'll be like, "Okay, I'll just stand on the side."
I do want to go over there too. Was it Russia or Poland or something? Where that was?
Yeah, it's one of the Russian countries.
Russian countries. I would like to do that. That looked like a cool track too.
All right, we got 2 left.
All right.
Climbing Everest.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
It's twice as dangerous. It's 2 times more dangerous than driving a Formula One car. It's 4,000 times more dangerous than flying a commercial airplane.
I can believe it.
And the most dangerous activity in the world.
Rodeo.
Banging your mom. No.
That's dangerous because later on you realize you got some kind of itch that turns into a drip that turns into you need surgery.
It is base jumping.
Yeah. That looks sketch already. I've never had a desire to do anything like that. When you see those assholes that climb up on the Empire State Building and just throw their parachute up,
mm-hmm.
I mean, that's cool, I guess. I mean, maybe the chicks like it or something, but I'd rather just, play some Xbox.
1 death every 21 hours.
Yeah.
In 1,000 hours of, if you could base jump for 1,000 hours, it's a 99% chance you're going to die. It is 480,000 times more dangerous than flying in an airplane.
It's not worth it, guys.
In a commercial
Don't do that.
airline.
I mean, do you remember how many times you used to get those little parachutes with a figurine and you throw it up in the air and it'd get tangled up and it'd just drop right down? That's all I envision when I see freebasers.
It's so weird. Like,
yeah. What about the guys?
You're not high enough?
Right.
Like
right. You can't. The going up in a plane doesn't give you what you need.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or doing it naked and your dong looks like.
But you climb up and you misjudge. You're like, man, I think I'm 3,000 feet up, and you're only like 900, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna jump.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have time.
I saw a video the other day, and it was some skydivers, and they jumped out, and the cameraman jumped out too and forgot that he didn't have his parachute on.
All right, so they got at the bottom of this.
He didn't make it.
I think I saw that one.
Yeah, he didn't make it.
Yeah. So down here they have the way they come up with these numbers, and base jumping is 1 death per 500 to 1,000 jumps.
What about the guy that does the climbing on the cliffs and stuff and doesn't use
that
any
free
ropes?
climbing?
Oh, did you already do free climbing?
Didn't
I
I
thought
do-
you just
I-
did mountain climbing. I didn't know it was free
Climbing the Tetons, yeah, is what it said, but it didn't say anything about free climbing.
But there is that one dude that they did the documentary. There's a group of guys that likes to go up, and climb the Teton.
What about a high wire?
Yeah.
Walking between the World Trade Center back in the day. That guy.
Well, you got a parachute. That guy probably had a parachute on.
Yeah, he probably did. But it says base jumping, 1 death per 500 to 1,000 jumps. Length of jump is about 1 to 2 minutes, which equals 1 death per 8.33 hours. So Formula One racing, there's been 32 deaths since 1950 on race weekends. 1,014 races held 6 hours of driving per race weekend, including 4 hours of training, 26 cars, total 158,200 hours raced equals 1 death per 5,000 hours.
What about astronauts
I don't know.
getting shot off in a rocket? Because the percentages can't be good. Think about how many. It's happened several times just in
lot.
NASA.
Mm-hmm.
The Russians, they didn't give a damn if you got in a
They really did.
explosion accident in your little fire rocket ship.
No. In fact, those stories
They're terrible.
of them
They didn't use monkeys hardly.
forcing guys to reentry when they knew they were going to burn up.
Mhm.
And that one dude that burnt to a crisp and basically stayed on the radio the entire time he was burning. Those fucking stories are evil.
Yeah.
Of what Russia did.
Yeah, man.
And Russia's guys didn't crash down in the water either.
No,
They
no.
crashed in
Yeah.
the desert.
You know that.
And a lot of them had back problems.
From falling from the moon.
Yeah, they're coming in. I don't know, but For All Mankind sure is making space travel seem very safe to me. Like we could just do it.
Oh, we will pretty soon.
Have you,
If you're Mark Cuban.
if you've listened to this show for any amount of time, you know that Matt and I are very fans of, are huge fans of Apple TV Plus and
Yes.
the shows. We've already mentioned a few on this
And
show.
sex.
Both, yeah, and Naked Attraction. In fact, we're gonna do that now. We're gonna put ourselves in a box and we're gonna
Look at each
slowly raise it up and judge each other. We're gonna start from the bottom and go up. No, but
That's what.
Apple TV Plus has For All Mankind. It has
Be an odd podcast.
What's the one that's Sacred Geometry
Foundation.
Foundation? It's got the
Invasion.
Monarch.
Yeah, it's got that one with Harrison Ford and what's his face? The shrink one. Shrinking. Yeah.
So I have
Invasion.
I had watched the first 2 seasons of
Ted Lasso.
Oh, Ted Lasso too, of the morning show, and the 3rd season's out,
Yeah.
and it's all out.
Well, is it the 3rd season?
It's amazing.
Oh, is it?
Because
'Cause
it's all
stuff that's happening now.
It's all stuff that's happening now. It's all stuff that's going through, and it's from seeing it from the perspective of how a news organization would handle this stuff and how they would just slobber all over everything and like, oh my God,
Like they
we
do
just
now.
got to eat this up like they do now.
Like, just like they do
I
now.
mean, whoever's writing that show is like
It's making fun
they're
of-
sitting on Good Morning America and copying everything they do.
Yeah. I bet you they have some consultants and stuff on the writing that was involved in some of that.
That would be the
horseshit
easiest
TV.
show to make because you just go to
They're so
one
bad.
of the other morning shows and you just the stuff they cover and the way they cover it and the spin on it and everything is
You wanna-
it's pretty gold.
You want to Clockwork Orange me, man? You fucking sit me down, strap me down, and open up my eyelids, force them open, and make me watch morning television like the
What
morning
about Kelly and
shows.
Mark?
Nothing. It's all fucking horrible.
You don't like Kelly and Mark?
No,
Come on now.
no,
No Kelly Ripa for you, huh?
mm-mm. Not even when she was hot.
I will watch Good Day.
Who's
the
Mark
Channel
anyway?
4.
I thought
Her
it was.
husband.
I thought it was. What's his face? Strahan.
He left years ago.
He
and
couldn't
she,
stand it. He was
She
like-
lost her. No, they gave him Good Morning America.
Oh, that's
she
right.
lost
He
her
went to-
shit.
because because the big black dude left and
Because her man left.
her man.
And then in came Ryan Seacrest
Ryan Seacrest did it.
for a long time. And he was flying back and forth like all week long from
Doing Idol and
East Coast to West Coast.
is Idol
just
still
flying
a
back and
thing?
forth. I think so.
I saw a commercial the other day of some show that looks like it's another Idol type show and it has Simon on it and stuff. It's like a
America's Got Talent.
no,
Oh.
but it's like that.
Oh.
It's one of them Pinche
Who
Joto shows.
cares? Who cares?
sucks.
No one has this much. No one gives a shit about these people anymore.
That's the thing that they're having
No one
struggle
cares.
realizing. TV, like broadcast TV guys and talking heads, they're having a really hard time grasping that Gen Z and millennials have stopped giving a fuck about anything they do because they listen to podcasts.
And everybody
they-
that's cut or they watch YouTube or
Or
Twitch
they watch
or whatever.
YouTube or TikTok.
Yeah. And now that all these people our age are cutting cords and not watching live TV anymore,
Right.
I can't tell you. I only watch live sports.
Well, and
The
another
news
thing,
during the day,
another thing,
in the morning.
all the people that are leaving Hollywood, like everybody's leaving Hollywood. They're like, the gig's up. The Epstein list is coming out.
You're going to
We're
Hollywood.
done. Yeah, that's about how my life goes. Everybody decides to leave. The
And now
party's
you're
the party's
going.
over, and I show up.
Well, that's what I was going to tell you earlier. I was like, y'all should go up to the comedy store
See
one
what's
of the
going on.
nights, see what's going on. But no,
I'd like to do that.
the entire comedy store is in Austin now.
Right, the whole staff.
Everybody is in Austin,
Yeah,
so there's no real reason to go anymore.
yeah. It's funny to watch. You know, radio did the same thing about 10 years ago. All of a sudden, radio realized nobody gives a fuck about them anymore. So this has been coming. They knew
Yeah.
this was going to happen.
No, and that's why I think everything on Apple TV Plus
It's gold.
is gold. It is done very well. There's no shit on there.
I can't make a judgment call because I say yes, you're right, but I haven't seen Silo yet, and I got bored with it first episode.
Silo's good.
If I go
There's
back-
a lot of people that like Silo.
That's what I've heard. I've heard a lot of people talk about how
Have
good
you
it
watched
is. And stuff.
Monarch?
And I love what's her face, the girl from Parks and Rec, Quincy Adams or Quincy Jones. Quincy Adams.
Rosie Jones? Oh no, that's the model.
It's Quincy Adams, right?
No.
Or is it Quincy Jones? Who was the quarterback and who was the music?
Oh, Quincy Adams was a president.
Who was the Dallas Cowboy quarterback that got busted? Like, remember Quincy? Wasn't it
No.
Quincy Jones
No.
or Quincy Adams?
No.
Quincy Carter.
Quincy Carter. That's what.
Yeah.
Quincy Jones is her dad.
What's her name? Felicia Jones. I love her.
Yeah.
She's smoking, and I love everything she does.
But Monarch is good. With that whole world of Godzilla and King Kong and all
I haven't
that,
watched it yet.
it's done very, very, very well.
That's the. Didn't you talk about that a few weeks ago?
Yeah, it was
It
like
was one of the shows.
it was
that-
one of those things. Like I forgot I was watching something and it just rolled to
Rashida
it.
Jones. Yeah, thanks,
Rashida
Susie.
Jones. That's it. But it just rolled to it,
Yeah.
and so I watched like it just played the first 2 episodes and I stopped it. But I was like, this is fucking cool.
I like they do that too.
This is very cool, and it relates to the movies.
See, that's
So
cool.
I was like, this is fucking this is neat.
They might all do this, but I've noticed it on Apple TV that what they'll do is the algorithms looks at what you're watching and then rolls into something that they think you definitely might think is good. Other things I've done, it's been over and all of a sudden like freaking 3 Men and a Baby come on or something. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
But like you watch Invasion, and they're like, okay, you're gonna like Monarch.
Right. That's cool. I like
And,
that.
Yeah, I was like, this is actually. I mean, I need to watch the rest of it, but it's
Yeah,
pretty sticking around.
Man, Apple's a pretty rad company, except for the fact that they use little Chinese kids to make their shit. Sorry, Apple. I had to bring that up.
I don't know. It's cool shit, man. And you know what? Keep mining the earth of all this rare.
I love my cell phone.
I love my laptops. Just
I
keep
love my laptop
building
too.
these batteries and take all those raw minerals out of the earth to make it work.
Fuck DeQueen, Arkansas, man. Dig it up.
Dig it up.
We
I
need
bet
that
you
lithium.
There's fucking lithium in DeQueen. I like how last night, we got to talk about this. So last night I start kind of panicking because I'm like, shit, the eclipse is here in April.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to drive all the way down to Junction for that because it's on a Monday. Got to find something close. So I'm looking around and I'm trying to find a place to camp. And this site I go to shows the path. It's got a YouTube video of the path
Arkansas
coming
is
across
heavily in
Texas.
it.
And I'm like, oh God, what's right around here in DFW that we can find? There's no camping sites. There's
You
nothing
talked to
we
Jerry
can go.
Jones, what you did.
And then I was like,
Jerry.
what the fuck? What's going on? We can go sit in AT&T Stadium parking lot and watch it. I was like, that's stupid, but whatever. So we're all sitting there, and I'm texting, guys, I'm trying to find a place. Does anybody have any land? And then so several hours go by, and I'm like, let me rewatch this video, or let me relook at this screenshot again. And at the top of it, I see right in the middle of the fucking path of the eclipse, DeQueen, Arkansas.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
huh, I know someone that's got a lot of land in DeQueen, Arkansas.
Yeah. And it's funny because
Can we go up there and watch the eclipse on
I
your land,
bet you we can
please?
pull it off.
She already said we could.
She already told you yet? Well,
Nope.
I've conquered that family. and
Sorry.
it calls to me,
Sorry.
actually. So
She already said we could.
I'll think about it.
Nope, we're there.
And I have a new route that I go that drives right by a dispensary that's about 10 minutes away.
Really?
Maybe 15.
In what, Oklahoma?
Mhm.
Do you go through
Right there at
Broken
the
Bow?
border. Yeah, I have a new route that goes up, and it's because I cannot stand
to
the
Broken
stretch
Bow?
from right. I can't stand the stretch from down 30
Mhm.
because of all that garbage you have to do in Cuban's land and to the east.
Rockwall. I hate
Right?
Rockwall.
It's
That Rockwall
terrible.
area kills me.
It's terrible. 635 and 30 where they come together and all that. It's garbage. It's like it not only is it bad engineering, but the bad engineering that they built is now falling apart. So they're trying to rebuild bad engineering on bad engineering. It's terrible, and it's the only way east if you want to go. If you don't want to go back roads, if you're heading to Arkansas or northern Louisiana, that's the way you go, right?
Or if you just want to go to Tennessee
Exactly.
or Kentucky.
But this new route, next time we go, which I guess will probably be the
8th.
The 8th.
Well-
It's in the spring, right?
We'll
take the route,
April 8th, and that's a Monday.
Mhm.
So in the group when we were talking last night, I was like, if we can go to DeQueen, we should leave Saturday, not on Friday. Leave on Saturday, go up there and stay up there till the eclipse on Monday, and then come back. Because it's at like 1 o'clock on Monday.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm
1:20,
down.
something like
I'll
that.
pull my dong out.
Well, but it's y'all's property. We can just run around naked.
Dude,
and
we can shoot fireworks. Do whatever
I
we
got a
want.
whole box in there. I got to get rid of.
We could definitely get rid of that. Yeah, and we need to. I'm trying to do some trailblazing too because there's a pond back there that we want to have easy access to, and every time I go in, I romp around in the Jeep. But if all of us if we had 3 vehicles trudging around, and like Jeremy, 4. If what's it, Jimmy?
Well, if a bunch of people come up,
Jimbo goes.
A bunch of people come up. We can trump it down.
Yeah.
I ain't
Yeah.
worried. But yeah, that's,
That'll be a cool place because I don't know if the only thing that scares me is you're talking tornado season, and that's Tornado Alley 4000 VX9 there. So that's the only thing that
As
sucks.
hilly as it is through there.
Oh yeah,
Huh.
yeah, that's tornado.
Well, we'll just
central.
keep an eye on the weather.
Well, there's also those cabins that are right down the road that we could, if we need to, we could just go.
No,
You want to rough it out?
no, they're the
Do the twister, tie a belt to a.
that whole campground area is booked up. I've looked at
Oh,
everything
because of
around
the
there because of the eclipse.
eclipse.
Everything that's in the path of the eclipse is booked up like crazy.
Because Jerry Jonestown Massacre, man, they saw videos.
They saw
they
how much fun we had.
They saw Andrew's TikTok, man, and now everybody wants to do it. It's like the thing
Yeah.
to do.
So that's where I'm excited about this.
It's a full
Let's go.
total eclipse again, right?
This is the big
like-
one. This is
it's
the,
the one that
covered
went-
the sun. This is not the Ring of Fire.
Yeah, this
This
is
is-
the blackout.
We're going into night.
That's the one I like.
And that's when you touch people wrong. Harassment.
It's when you go hashtag me too.
Yeah.
All the girls that we hashtag me too all the time anyway.
Eclipse. Hong Kong. Look, the sun's gone. Hong Kong.
I'm gonna Hong Kong Andrew.
You can Hong Kong him. You can honk on his
Oh yeah,
bobo.
because you're offended with him.
No. Slow Horses is good too on Apple Plus.
Oh yeah. I saw that. What's it about again?
It's about a bunch of British M16 agents, MI6 agents that are all fuck ups.
Well,
They're all in this
didn't
one
you
group.
tell me
I loved it.
there's another one that's kind of like that too that you told me that I saw on Netflix. I saw the advertisement. I think it was Netflix. Might have been Hulu. Like I'm not gonna think of the name, but you were telling me
Obliterated?
Obliterated, yeah.
That's not. Slow Horses is
It's
good.
better?
It's real good and done right. Obliterated is
Goofy.
turn your brain off. Everybody's going to be naked and doing drugs.
So
and
Slow
going nuts.
Horses is the one I need to watch.
Is a good one, yeah.
Okay.
It's got Gary Oldman in it as a freak. Like, he's just old and... like, he looks awful in it. And it's great because he's an asshole.
Yeah.
He's the one leading this group of fuck-ups. And it's great. It's cool.
Fuck ups. That's us.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm doing hashtag me too just by holding this thing.
I'll be in shortly. Oh, Jeremy Perez is hopping on.
Uh-oh.
I got to message him and go.
Yeah, that's why, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know the real reason we went on early today, it's because of Xbox. I gotta get me a new console so bad, man. I'm starting to see the lag and how you guys see things just milliseconds before me. And it's starting to drive me nuts. Like I'm doing more multiplayer now than I ever have, and so I'm doing it with my friends. So I know what y'all are playing on, and it's getting on my nerves. I'm like, what? You guys are joking around about something in the lobby, and I'm just now coming in like, hey guys, and y'all have already moved on.
It is kind of funny. There is a difference between the connection I have here and the connection at the other place.
Oh,
playing with
I want
y'all,
yeah,
because the connection here is fiber and is 2 gig or whatever.
That's what I want.
5 gig. Is it 5 gig? It's whatever the highest you can get right now. But that's up and down. It's 2 directions.
Right.
Well, over there it's like 1 gig down, but I don't know.
1 direction.
4 meg up or something. So hearing y'all through the headset is a delayed response to everything too. Because the voice is uploading, so I always feel like I'm a second and a half outside or 3 seconds outside the conversation.
Behind
y'all.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to come over to my house next time we do our internet plan, and you need to tell these motherfuckers on the phone what exactly I want. And what I want is I want to be able to run a podcast from my place. I want to be able to run a studio.
I need to come over there and see what your speeds are.
And my game. I want to have game speed.
I can tell you what the biggest problem is that everybody overlooks is if you have a switch on the backside of your router.
I don't have it. I have the Cube now, the Verizon Cube that just sits there.
Oh, you're on Verizon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, I can go back to AT&T. I owe them $200 still.
Oh.
They're pissed at me because I didn't pay for my shitty-ass modem they sent me. I still got it in my house. But anyway, I just want to make sure. You know how when
just take it to a store.
Joe Rogan was saying he wants the biggest and baddest when he was playing Quake.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do at my house. I want to make sure that because I'm too competitive. Like, you guys are joking around and stuff and having a good time because you're good. I'm fucking going, fuck, set the world ablaze.
Yeah, it is aggravating.
I want every advantage I can get in gaming because I suck.
And nothing's worse than when it doesn't work right.
Right.
Or shit doesn't work like it's supposed to.
I see fucking Eric just mowing down people with his... He could play with his ass and beat me, probably.
And that makes you crazy?
It makes me nuts.
You're like, he's not that good.
No, he's good. Y'all are all good. I'm the weak link on the team for sure.
You're our rabbit.
Yes.
Matt, run
go
out
in there, man.
See what happens.
And the other day, you just shot the rabbit in the face.
That was funny. You came running around.
That
the
shot
corner.
gave me a headache.
Bam!
Like in real life, I started feeling like I got a headache because I was like, "Hey, there's dust."
All right, let's see what my up is.
All
Yeah,
right.
my up is parallel here, and the reason. So like, what happens is, I've got it's a 5 gig connection. So I have a 5 gig connection, but when you go through these Apple airports, they're old. My Apple airports are old, so there's only 100 meg parallel coming through them. You gotta have new equipment. Like I had to get a new switch in there that would allow 10 gig through it. So it's a 10 gig switch.
Could you set
so
up
10 gig
gaming
goes
in
through it.
here
Oh,
and
yeah.
have good speed?
Oh yeah, easily.
You got to come to my place and set it up in my house, man. That's all I ask. Before we pass on to the next plane with the wall of flames.
Well, I need to come over
I
and
need
see
to
what
have
your
some
Verizon
good-
connection is.
Right.
And then see what most of the time you need to be hardwired. 'cause
I am
you're-
hardwired.
Okay. Because your Wi-Fi connection, even coming out of my router in there, is the brand new AT&T one, so it's actually putting out wirelessly a gig. But that's as high as they'll go wireless, is a gig. But most of the time it's 100 meg being shot out wirelessly. You're not going to get your full speed unless you're hardwired.
Now, I'm hardwired from the modem to my console. You're not talking about from the actual wall to the.
No, from your modem to your
Okay,
console.
cool. Yeah, I'm hardwired.
Okay. So
But
you
still,
should be getting
I
the full
check
speed.
my own pings and stuff, and it shows like my
What's
what
it
is
put you
called?
in?
Like it usually on average around 44.
That's pretty good.
Oh, really?
I mean,
Because I've seen others, and it's like 26, 19. I'm like, what the fuck?
here
How do they
I'm
do that?
about 10.
See, that's what I need.
Over at Tim's, when you were playing the night we did the show over there, it was what, 20?
I could feel the difference too.
Yeah. But yeah, as long as you're under 100, you should be decent.
Yeah.
But there is a difference. And when you're playing with a bunch of
Your-
other
your
people that are
buddies.
on twitchy connections,
You start
that
smoking
little
'em.
bit of speed is like
All you
whoa.
need. I've noticed that. I've noticed some people where I just started mowing people down like they must have bad connections because I'm not this good.
The other thing with the new Xbox is TV frame rate. You
It
play it
puts
on
out
an
the-
older TV, the frame rate drops. And it's like, oh, God.
Oh, it doesn't compensate for the frame rates not being as high on the TV.
Well, it depends on how old the TV is. Like, it will,
Yeah.
but if the TV's too much older, it'll be weird. Like, if I bring
I've
it,
always heard the best thing to play Xbox on is that, like a computer monitor and stuff.
well, that's a TV.
Or that one.
That's a computer monitor, yeah.
That's the one I brought from a
Yeah.
place that we shall not mention.
Yeah.
That's what I heard, though. I heard you're supposed to play on those.
Yeah. Well, you get to see a lot better. And
That's going to be a thing once I get
cool
once I get developed in the real estate community. By the way, anyone listening to this show that needs real estate, has any kind of real estate needs, you need to come talk to me. I'm the greatest realtor ever. Anyway, I need to. That's what I'm going to start doing is working on my gaming scene completely. You know, making sure I have the badass chair, making sure I have the badass screen, making sure I have the top of the line console, make sure that everything's set up to where I can be better at gaming because I suck.
so that's 100. Let's see what speed test is on here. It may fuck up the YouTube, but we'll see. This should be.
All right here. The Sandman Hotel, Mr. Sandman.
What else? The Cowboys. You excited about this?
I mean, you know what I expect.
What are you more excited about? The Cowboys
I think
playoff
we'll beat-
game on Sunday, or
I think we'll beat Green Bay.
the outcome of the Hasidic Jews in New York City?
Well, actually, the Miami Mall is what I really want to talk about. But real quick on the Cowboys, I expect them to beat Green Bay at home. But
Bam.
you know how it is being a Dallas Cowboy fan. I fully expect to kick to the nuts as well and get one and done. Here's my question, Dustin, about while we're sportsing. If we go one and done, which I don't think we're going to, is McCarthy out?
Probably.
And
I don't think we are. If we go one
Does
and
that
done, I
mean-
may be out.
Belichick is in.
Mm,
Hey, his mentor, Bill Parcells, came here. But that's just my way of seeing a win-win situation. If we lose, it's going to suck, and it's the same old Cowboys, but we have a shot at Belichick. If we win, we'll
should
get beat the next week immediately.
We should. Well, okay. So if we
No one's
win,
beating San Francisco, man.
we won't have San Francisco next week.
No, I mean, period. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
We won't have San Francisco. We'll have Lions next
San Francisco will be the conference championship game.
week. Yeah. If the Lions win this round, it'll be us and the Lions, and then
I don't know if we can beat the Lions again, man.
I don't know. That was
a squirrely
luck.
win that we got.
Oh, and if you go with that call,
Yeah.
it was luck. But they would be here, so that
it's
kind of
different.
changes things.
It does change things a little bit.
But
But were we not here then?
no, we were up there, right?
It was?
Thought it was. Was it here? No, yeah, it was here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
we
here.
did play him here.
That's right, it was here.
I just don't have them. I don't have much confidence in them beating anyone except Green Bay this week. And other than that, hey, it's all gravy. You know?
Yeah, it's got to be. We got to do it. Yeah, got to win this one. Come on.
But if we lose and we don't go to the Super Bowl, because that's the expectation now, is Dak's got to go. McCarthy, it's time for us to go. Everybody, we need to go to the Super Bowl. If we don't make it to the Super Bowl, I think it's failed. We're a failed. It's going to be a failure.
So the last time we played Green Bay in the playoffs was Dak's rookie year, and that was the tornado year.
Yeah, and he almost won it.
He almost won it, but
It was before his leg was going L-shaped.
I told the cheerleaders that day, there's too much time on the clock, as we're all standing around watching.
You know about
this.
A-Rod, man.
A-Rod.
A-Rod, as in Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Okay, I thought it was like A-Rod starts playing football. What? He's a little too old. But yeah, he came back, and then the tornado hit the stadium because God was angry.
Almost killed everybody.
God was angry.
Yeah, so was Witten.
And
That was
Witten
Witten's
really
last
good.
season, wasn't it?
No, well,
Was it close to it?
he went away and then came back for that whatever. He went broadcasting and then he came back for that half-ass
Because he
whatever
was terrible
season.
at broadcasting.
Terrible.
Now he's coaching at Liberty High.
Yeah.
I used to play them in basketball. Racist school back then. Like our players,
Come
they would
on.
always get in our players' heads because they would drop the N-bomb during the game, and everybody'd be like, "What the fuck, dude?"
You got a place called Liberty.
And
Come
it's
on.
right outside of Denton.
Yeah. That's not good. Before we go to Miami and talk about that story, because it's crazy. Have you ever stayed at the Sterling Hotel in Dallas?
Which one is it?
It's that
I've
weird
stayed
one
in a couple.
across from the old Texas Stadium, right there at Regal Row.
Is it the one? It's not the one that all the bands used to go to that looks like a deodorant stick, because I've been to that one.
No, not that one.
That one's across from the World Trade Center.
Yeah, I'm talking across from Texas Stadium in Irving.
I don't think
Or
so.
right as you cross in Irving. It's the old Sterling Hotel. Like, I've heard some seedy stuff goes on there.
Is it right off the highway
Yeah.
of 183? I know what you're talking about.
And I was just wondering.
It
the
looks like a
seedy
place.
stuff-
Is it a Middle Eastern dude owns it, right? Or it's like a Middle Eastern place now, I think.
It's still a Sterling Hotel.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, but I heard that
There's different ownership?
it's basically like the Cherry Pit.
I'm sure. There's probably so many cherry pits around here. Why are you thinking about enlisting in one?
No. I was just wondering because I was over there the other day.
I
There's
saw
a QT
that.
across the street
Did you know that Dallas, Texas is one of the greatest places
for a threesome.
for threesomes?
Greatest place in the country for a threesome
Yeah.
or a open relationship.
Yeah.
No, I was at that Quick Trip and I pulled out and I was like, man, that building really creeped me out
It is creepy.
on my way to practice a couple weeks ago, and I kept meaning to ask you.
That
about
QT creeps me out.
That QT.
I don't like that QT.
That
It's too many
QT's rough.
too many doors I can't see.
Yeah, that QT's rough.
I don't like the QTs that put your back to the doors.
I don't.
I like to see the doors in my gas stations because you remember that terrible video last year of that teenager?
7-Eleven?
That just came in popping everybody like it was Modern Warfare.
Yeah. And
Did
then
you know
his
they still
dad
hadn't
drove
found
him
him?
off?
Right. They got the dad, but the kid's in Mexico. They
Yeah,
can't
the
get
kid
him.
ran off. Yeah.
They can't find him. I think his dad just got convicted.
Okay, here comes our second half a show clip. But what the fuck happened in Miami?
So all I've seen has been
Yeah, explain it.
all I've seen is what happened on New Year's Day, and like all the video that came out
At the mall,
it seemed excessive as far as the force that showed up. And
80 to 100 cop cars.
and I've seen I've seen the all the images of the cop cars and all hell breaking loose and the overreaction, but I have not seen any kids with bats, and I have seen this weird shadowy figure still shot picture. My problem with the whole conspiracy theory about aliens though is some motherfucker would have had a phone out.
Well, that's what they're saying is that everybody's phones were confiscated.
Confiscated, or I heard they also had lost power, but apparently that was a rumor that the whole airport lost power.
That was a whole different. Like the airport's not even by the mall, right?
Oh, is it the mall that the
mall
images came from?
Is where
Or
all
the
those
airport?
people keep saying that we were there. The police showed up, locked it down, and confiscated all our phones and everything. But they were shadowy figures that came from out of nowhere and just started attacking everybody, like beating them up and hitting them and throwing them around.
And the police are saying that those were kids that were high school kids playing a prank.
Yeah, in black sweatshirts or whatever.
So what does the airport have to do with any of it?
The airport, somebody, and I don't even know if that's true. I haven't looked into it, but they said at the same time, all power and everything at the Miami airport went down.
It was Dade International? Like it was
Yeah.
Miami International Airport.
Yeah.
And they said the power went out there.
The power went out there when all this was going down, and then like the argument that everybody said is like if it's a bunch of kids that just showed up with bats and started
There would still
causing
be some
mayhem,
videos.
there would
Someone
still
have
be
a video.
videos. There would like all the security camera footage has been erased.
See, there is a bunch of fishiness.
There's
for
a
sure.
whole bunch of fishiness, and then if it was just a bunch of kids with bats, let's say there's 10 kids with
They're
bats.
not going to send the.
Why do you
freaking
need 100 police cars there?
Frosty too? Like they were all frosty, ready to rock.
Well, one guy on TikTok was saying that like him and his girlfriend were walking through the mall and he turned around and saw
I
him,
heard that.
and then then he heard shots,
Yeah.
some shots going off or something, but then nothing's been said about like there was a shooting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. There's a bunch of stuff. To me,
do we have an interdimensional
battle
happening?
brewing. You know what? I would not be surprised if it was.
It's funny
I don't know,
as
man.
shit.
I've racked my brain a couple of times about this.
It's
That
crazy.
happened, and it's funny. It's a lot like the. This is what's starting to become aggravating to me. Is for one, if you don't know this, I fucking hate the mainstream media. I think that's the enemy of our state. You've heard me say that 1,000 times on this show, right? When are we going to find out anything about Vegas? This is starting to happen more and more. There's starting to be these things that people are like, hey, just don't worry about it. Like, look over here. Look, Trump bad. Orange man bad. Orange man bad.
No, that's
Don't look over here. Orange man bad.
No,
Look over here.
that was a complete cover up.
That's well. This is
Complete
but this.
cover-up.
I think what I'm saying is this is starting to become a pattern of our agencies now. Our agencies they don't know how to handle the fact that we all have cell phones and we can take videos and pictures, and so now instead of trying to work with the media and the media working with the agencies and trying to tell exactly what happened in these cases, they're just
Did you watch that
denying
video
and making shit up. Which one?
of-
The Vegas?
with the helicopters between
Yeah.
the two hotels?
Yeah, and also the gunshot that, like the shots that were not even in the building, like were like 2 streets over and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's some. What? That's the other thing. Why is our media not freaking out about what the fuck happened in Vegas? Like that was the worst mass shooting that we've ever had, ever. But we're just supposed to act like it never happened.
Like no, you blamed it on a guy that had a bunch of guns in his room
And you right.
that shot himself the wrong way.
and didn't shot, was it over 7,000 rounds in how many minutes?
Yeah.
Like, dude, doesn't make any sense.
But
I
there's
think
no
the-
casings.
Right.
There's not enough casings for the rounds he shot off.
It was completely enclosed in a room.
And I like the excuse of, well, when you commit suicide, you never know where the gun's going to go. Or
After
how it's
you
going to
shoot?
fall after you shoot. It's like, well, yeah, but the pools of blood don't match up.
No, and then when there's something about the shattered glass, how the glass shattered, it was something was fucked up. Oh no, I'm thinking of the another case on it.
But that video of all that cell phone footage of people shooting and stuff, and those 3 black helicopters sitting between the hotel is
Doesn't fall in line with
scary
any
as
story.
Fuck.
That
Scares the shit out of me.
Here's the only thing that I think could be the way I made sense of all that. I know we're chasing a rabbit here with Vegas, and you want to talk about Miami, but I think honestly, it has to do with gun running and cartels, and the media, or not the media, our agencies did something really bad and didn't take something serious, and someone like there were some people in the cartel that said, "All right, fuck you then." Do, and that's what happened. They didn't want to say. I think the cartel was
shooters were the cartel.
I do. I don't think it was a false flag or anything like the government did it to start a riot or anything like that.
Well, if it was a false flag, it didn't do anything.
If you were trying to start a civil war.
Well, not even a civil war. Like if you're just trying to, if you get a gun ban going, it didn't do anything. It didn't stop bump stocks. It didn't stop anything. So the cartel would make more sense.
That's what I think that. I think I've heard a couple of other people that have said that it could be. What's your theory on it?
I don't know now after watching that video and the guys talking about how the trackers on the helicopters, you see them leave whatever company that was. They take off and they go off the desert, and then they turn all their trackers off, or they turn and come back. As they turn and coming back, they turn all the trackers off, and then video shows those helicopters that left that company. It's not just one video. It's like, I don't know, 24 cell phone videos show those helicopters sitting there, and muzzle flash coming from the helicopters, from the side doors of the helicopters, and then they leave again. And, everybody that is investigating, like the normal civilians that are investigating this, because the police aren't doing shit.
Yeah.
They are tracking on the video from all these cell phones and stuff what route they left. And so they're kind of showing it on that map. And then all of a sudden, their transponders, is what they're called, come back on. And they circle back around and come back. It's very fucking fishy.
Well, it's funny because this is the same thing that we're running into with the insurrection. That's why everybody knows this insurrection was a joke, because there's 40,000 hours of video that has become public, and they're starting to see all these cameras.
Not everyone knows that. Everyone wants to deny that. They want to say that it was a full insurrection. And
they want to say it was an insurrection, but there's 40 hours of video evidence that shows the Capitol Police agents and
walking everybody
FBI walking people through, and there's stuff that we haven't seen yet still.
And the 120 federal agents.
Watch, and I bet you anything, after the election, guess what will be made available and everybody will have full access to every single thing is we'll get all the video footage to show that the insurrection was a sham. But that, okay.
I hope they release it like they do the Girls Gone Wild DVDs at night. For $19.95, you can have this DVD.
Yeah.
It's an insurrection.
That's
Well, it doesn't show the insurrection.
So but the same thing can be said about the other 2 incidents, which is the Vegas shooting and this Miami thing. In this day and age, we have enough video footage to know exactly what the fuck happened. Someone is hiding something.
So speaking of video footage that someone's hiding something, TMZ has done a 3-part UFO thing over the last couple days. And today, they did one over that jellyfish
Did
UAP.
you see that?
That's fucking weird.
What were you thinking in that?
Hoth? Yeah, Imperial probe droid is flying across.
Yeah.
There's Imperial. It looks like an Imperial probe droid. And, like, the interviews they have of people on the ground and stuff are like, its arms were just like laying there stiff as it flew through the sky.
Jellyfish.
And the only way they could see it was through thermals. They couldn't see it through the night vision. Dude, it's creepy as fuck. I'm ready.
Was that the
Let's do
same?
it. Come
okay,
on.
so was that the same thing that was the we had the aerial view up above it that went across a battlefield?
The dot, yeah.
So now we're seeing the side image.
The side image of other.
That's so
cameras and
weird.
stuff. It's weird looking.
It looks like Star Wars.
It does. It looks like an Imperial
But
probe.
imagine if it's not, and it was like a jellyfish-like thing floating around, or not floating, hauling ass.
And no one could lock onto it. Like, none of the weapon systems could lock onto it. And it said, like, I guess this video that they're showing is from an Apache. And he keeps flipping thermals to try to find the heat signature and everything. But he's way the fuck out.
Yeah.
And watching this and saying that he can't lock onto it. He has no idea what it is and can't lock onto it.
Yeah.
And then a whole bunch of people on the ground saw it. And I kind of think...
This is the thing, too. This is just getting back to the Miami thing. We're only 1 week, 2 weeks into January. What's going to... Like, this is insane already. The Epstein list.
It's going to be a fun.
We got this new video of
an Imperial probe droid.
Of an Imperial probe droid
And
cruising around lost. He's looking for Hoth.
These shadowy figures are running through a
These
mall.
shadowy figures killing white security guards.
They didn't kill anybody.
Well, beating them up.
Yeah.
Then
Throwing people around and
throwing
stuff.
them around. And it's insane, man. You got not to mention our security of our defense, with our big head honcho defense guy just being gone for 5 days and nobody asked a fucking question.
That's kind of weird. The Secretary of Defense.
The Secretary of
is
Defense just vanishes for 5 days and nobody
Oh.
knows what the fuck's going on.
We forgot to tell you that. Oh yeah, I
Meanwhile, we got
had a heart-related issue and I was in the.
we
Come
have
on.
World War III about to break out at any moment in two fronts, Ukraine and the Middle East, and he just decides, oh man, I got to get my prostate cancer taken care of or whatever it was. Which that
And there were complications,
and there was-
and that's
yeah.
why he's gone.
and that's not a day surgery thing either. That's something that the president should have known about. That hey, you got your defense
And-
secretary.
Like he's got a whole staff around him too.
Yeah,
and
the
none of them.
Did you know the girl that the chain of command goes to was out of the country on vacation? Like who it rolls down to, she was gone.
That's a fucking strange story too. I forgot all about that. That's a strange ass story.
They just keep coming. You know, and it's funny. You know when a big day of all this stuff that comes out is? I've noticed Tuesdays. There's
Or
always
Wednesday, right after we
Tuesday
do the
and
show.
Wednesday. Yeah, it's always something wild ass that comes out on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah,
It's weird.
Yeah, I forgot about him just disappearing and everybody being like,
Oh yeah.
"Oh, okay."
The president's like, who?
So I was listening to Joe Rogan with Tim Dillon, our buddy
I haven't
Tim
listened
Dillon.
to it yet.
Tim Dillon was just on there, and I'm kind of starting to fall in line with Joe Rogan's thinking on these UAPs. Is that our government on the ones that look like ships? Our government's testing stuff. We have a vehicle that is from alien technology that we have
That were
reversed engineered, made a vehicle out of it, and they're out there testing it.
Not just
not
us.
telling anybody.
Not just us either.
Yeah, there could be other countries with it too.
Russia.
And they're testing it. And that's why we're seeing all these UAPs, because when the government instantly starts going, hey, there's UFOs out there, there really are aliens, it immediately thinks, okay, you're covering something up. Like you're covering up, we actually have something, some type of vehicle you're testing. And NASA's testing a new plane this week that's a supersonic jet that will not, it can break the sound barrier, but will not, is quiet.
Doesn't have a sonic boom.
Doesn't have a sonic boom. And then we have a hypersonic plane drone that's the new SR-72.
I saw that.
That's about to be tested, unmanned,
Mhm.
and can reach speeds of 7,000 miles an hour.
That's what's scary is all these countries are doing this testing and making this new modern warfare, these weapons of modern warfare. Man,
I mean,
and they are they are chomping at the bit to fucking use them. They want to
Well,
use this shit.
The SR-72, like out of Skunk Works, makes sense to me. The limitations on the SR-71, why they couldn't make it go faster, is the human factor, the pilot.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make a capsule for the pilot that is safe, which in turn either slows the plane down or causes more engineering nightmares. If you have something you can send up where the pilot's sitting on the ground and is just controlling it like a drone, remote control, you can make it go as fast as you fucking want.
Check this out. Something that's going under the radar while we're on this crazy modern warfare and technology and UFOs and stuff. Well, don't forget Neuralink. That's going to change warfare. You can have a whole army that's wired
to self-destruct.
I mean, honestly, if Elon Musk sells this to some country, this technology to do Neuralink, you could dominate the world at that point, because you can make your army pretty much one organism. You can just make it's Star Wars. It's clones. It's Attack of the Clones, man.
But the Mandalorians were still stronger, and that's what I think we are.
But that's they're gonna be fighting. Man, I'm telling you.
That's why the Empire went and destroyed Mandalore, because they were scared of Mandalorians.
It's funny. Fiction always pans out because guess what? Thinks of fiction, human creativity. So when we watch Star Wars all this time, that's what's coming, man. Attack of the Clones, droids and clones fighting.
When do I get my fighter?
They're coming, man.
What do I want? What ship would you want if you had to have a small fighter?
You know what I'm? Oh, not any of them.
Not a big one. I mean, if you could have any of them, what would it be?
Slave One. Slave One is the most evil-looking spaceship in the world, and it's awesome.
It's pretty badass. I mean, it can get out of quite a few situations.
And the TIE fighters, those badass sounds they make.
But that would, like, if you had a tactical fighter, what would it be? Like a TIE fighter, an X-wing, an A-wing.
I like the ones that took is it the A-wing that took out the AT-STs, the big ones?
The AT-ATs, the AT-ATs. Those were
the big ones?
speeders.
Snow speeders?
Yeah.
I really like those, and then of course the X-wing. I love the X-wing fighter.
X-wing's just good and classic.
But the TIE fighters are pretty badass too, man.
You give me Ben Solo's TIE Interceptor.
Yeah.
I'm in all over that.
You know why I like the TIE fighters too? Is because it had that quick release of the wings.
Because they were always getting destroyed. That's the problem. TIE fighters don't have shields.
Yeah.
If you ever played the game TIE Fighter or X-Wing, the old computer games, that's what sucked about the TIE fighters. They didn't have any shields. They did something to that. What's the Star Wars game?
Oh, the Cloud Racers were pretty cool too.
Yeah, the double pods.
That looked like something you'd go out in though. Like if you wanted to go,
you're just
like a Tesla.
Yeah, you're just going cruising.
Yeah.
I'd have me an A-wing. Yeah, Squadrons.
Yeah.
On 360, they supposedly did a massive update to it or something. I haven't played it in forever, but you get to fly through some badass. Like, you already flew through one shipyard, but you get to fly through all sorts of crazy stuff now. Exegol and all that. I need to go update it.
Okay, so what about destroyers? What would you have?
The hammerheads are kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that. But if I had to have anyone, it would probably be one of the. You'd want the Executor just because it's gigantic. It's just the coolest shit. But the Dreadnoughts were awesome.
The Dreadnoughts were awesome. Yeah. The Dreadnought and the Executioner, for sure. It's got to be one of those.
Yeah.
Was it the
Slave One would be good. The Falcon would be great.
Oh, yeah. Falcon would be cool. Falcon would be more of a party starfighter. Like, you'd have a lot of parties and stuff in there, too.
I'd want Lando's original one in Solo.
For sure.
Solo was on TV the other day.
Yeah, and then fucking Rey fucked it all up.
No, Solo fucked it all up. He tried to make the run.
Rey, it's hers now, so.
Yeah, she turned it into a sewer.
Probably smells like sage.
She put dice up there.
It's probably smells like sage and patchouli, granola.
Probably.
Flowers and shit. She probably has book club in there.
There was a rating system, and the
scrapbooking.
The two lowest rated of the trilogy, according to Rotten Tomatoes, is Episode 1 What? The Phantom Menace was horrible. With
The worst. The worst ever is the last one, I think.
and the last one, those were the
Those
two
are the
lowest
two.
rated. Yeah. Did you see that response? Did I send that to y'all?
I don't
Dante sent it to me in the movie theater where the end of The Rise of Skywalker, where she's in the desert, and it's a theater response, and all these people lose their fucking
Or like,
shit.
what the fuck?
I'm out. Fuck this. Fuck Star Wars. Fuck Disney.
I'm going
out.
straight Star Trek.
But right before she says it, like she's, I'm Rey Skywalker. Everybody's going, you hear them, don't you say it. Don't you say it. Don't you fucking say it.
It's too late to get into this, but we definitely need to talk about it. And I think we briefly mentioned it last week. Is the new direction of the next one? Because that is going to be a shit show. It sounds like
Of what?
of Star Wars, the one that Disney just signed on for with the chick director, and she's a feminist. She's supposedly going to go
Oh.
more hardcore feminist. And,
I forgot about that. Yeah, because
purple
they
hair.
said we need more female roles in
How
Star
insulting
Wars.
is that
and
to
all of a
Princess
sudden you're
Leia
like,
and Rey?
You're like,
what,
whoever.
do you even watch
Someone
Star?
made a
do you
meme.
even, do you even
was like-
follow Star Wars?
Here you go. But Mandalorian and Grogu get a movie.
Oh yeah, that she's not doing that one though, is she?
I don't doubt. I bet you hers doesn't even make it off the ground. They've been canceling so many people.
Well, I don't know. They were pushing it hard last week,
We'll see.
or before Christmas, I should say.
They've been trying to push a lot of stuff and then they cancel it.
Yeah. Well, it's because they're owned by Chinese now.
Disney is.
Yeah.
I'll have to give you a field report next week. Y'all should go to Disneyland. You're
Oh,
gonna be
man,
right
I'm so
across the
jealous
street.
of that, dude.
You're gonna be right across the street, and they have Star Wars Land out there.
No, I'm talking about you going to the real deal. That's so awesome.
I don't know about all that. It's so expensive.
Oh yeah, I know, man. You got to get a second mortgage.
I got to take off the other testicle.
Well, hell, I got good use of your first one.
You did, or the proceedings I went through got the first one. Now it's. I don't need them anymore.
I'm
There's
like
no
you.
reason.
My dick only causes me problems, man.
You can take the testicles off. I'll keep the shaft.
I was being reminded of that last weekend. My dick only causes problems, Steve. Fuck. I don't know if I'll ever. I gotta stay with Mandy, dude, because I don't think I can make it another round of being single for 10 years. I don't think I'll make it out alive.
Oh,
If she leaves me, man, it's done. I gotta go gay or something.
you're
man.
not getting on the dating apps.
I'll become trans.
You'll just show up with purple hair one day, and we'll
Yeah.
be like, "Oh,
Hey guys.
this is what you'll have purple beard."
Yeah,
It'll
a
be like-
purple beard.
Yeah, we know.
I chopped it off. I'm taking estrogen.
Or you show up in a robe like what's his name in Game of Thrones,
Yeah, the eunuch.
the eunuch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I meant to tell you before the show. I was asking you if can you name what I'm watching, and you didn't take a shot because I think we got busy. I am watching Uhtred again,
Oh, you're going back through Uhtred.
season 2 already.
What about Sopranos 25th anniversaries now? And
Yeah,
HBO Max.
Mandy
doing a
hasn't
crazy
seen
thing.
it all either, so we're probably going to do that.
It popped up on HBO Max last night, night before, something like that, and everybody looks so young and
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is kind of crazy.
It's
Uhtred.
funny. Last night I saw Christopher on what was he on? Was it Seinfeld?
White Lotus.
No, he's great in White Lotus. Yeah. That's a great. That's my girl, my other girl from Parks and Recs, and that.
And she was a
drives
bitch in
me
that.
crazy. Dude, you see her photo shoots? Like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know who reminds me of her? We haven't hung out with her in a long time. It's Brittany. What's his face's old girlfriend?
Oh. Richard's girlfriend, Brittany. I could see that. They kind of act the same. Kind of weird. Well, a Parks and Rec version of her.
But all her roles are like, it's just like
Have you seen the one where she's an assassin?
No, I want to see it though.
There's something.
Anything
on
with her, I'm
Netflix-
in.
On Netflix, where she's like an assassin or something. It's all right. It's
Man,
pretty good.
does that make me Epstein like esque? Since
of
I,
age.
that I think she's fucking hot as fucking Parks and Rec, and she was probably 18 at the time.
And didn't she accidentally got that role?
I don't know, but she, man,
And when she was real young was when she was on 30 Rock, because she was on 30 Rock for a couple episodes.
I don't think I've seen those episodes.
That's right. She was a
Like she's into Latinos on Parks and Rec with
I
the
forgot about
Right
that.
to Jail episode. Right to Jail.
right. Dude. Yeah,
What's her name? Audrey something?
Audrey Plaza.
So nice.
Yep. All right. Well, on that creepy note,
Stubbs on the Epstein list.
now that Stubbs is on an Epstein list. So far, none of our names have come up. Skip Redstone,
Gotta watch that.
different story.
Susie?
I think Skip took a trip
Skip took a trip.
over to a little island.
It was when Skip was on cocaine.
Yeah.
The cocaine, yes.
If Susie's going to show up on any list or book, it's going to be Helter Skelter.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, we gotta kind of look through that book and see.
Oh, dude, Andrew would so be on the Epstein list.
Yep, Pix Blackstone is here. Would you like to hear from Pix Blackstone?
You didn't see the intro of the show, man.
They didn't see the intro.
He's
of the
jamming
show.
out.
There you go. I'm Pix Blackstone.
You're doing some Van Halen.
This microphone looks like a dick. I don't know what I'm doing here.
I don't either.
All right, we're out of here.
Later.
Bye. Oh shit, Pix Blackstone. Pix Blackstone. Well, that's what Skip backwards is Pix. Pix Blackstone. Just do a whole puppet show? What if we do a whole podcast as a puppets? What, we just hide down, we put the microphones down here and just for the camera. We'll storyboard it. All right, we're out of here. Later.